one-man show in the history of the internet. It's the Dustin Smith Show. You know what time it is, and thank you for joining me on Meaty Monday. As always, have an excellent program for you guys tonight. I put the hours in, I did the work, and we're going to do this thing. And folks, I have good news and I have bad news. So let's give the good news first for all of you who love the show, which is all of you if you're watching. Wednesday shows! I'm going to start doing a show Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central, regular time. Count them, 3 shows a week. Hell yeah. It's been a long time coming, folks. So, like, one of the main problems with this show is only doing 2 shows a week is there are streamers out there who stream every single day. You know who you are. And even though their shows are far, far inferior in every possible way that this show is, the problem is like, say something happens on a Tuesday, and I do shows on Monday and Friday. By the time Friday rolls around, what happened on Tuesday is already 3 days old. And like 3 days on the internet is like 40 years in real life. And like everybody else has already talked about it. The Vosh has talked about it. Hassan Abi talked about it. Sirs, everybody talked about it. And yeah, not as entertaining as what I would have done, but who wants to hear me talk about it fucking last? So I have to do more, basically. So that's what's going to happen. Going to start doing Wednesday shows. And eventually I might transition to do daily streaming. That's what I really need to do. I need to do streaming every single day, but I don't know if I have that in me yet. So we're going to start with 3 shows a week, and we're going to see where that takes us. I'm listening to you guys, trying to follow you guys' advice, so we'll see what happens. But so here's the thing. Like, I was going to do a special Sunday show yesterday. I got to hair out my ass thinking, man, like, I got to start doing more shows. I got to be more relevant. More up to date. So I had planned to do a show yesterday, so I was getting everything set up to do my show, and so I just got back from Walmart, right? And I bought me brand new sheets for the bed, because nothing makes you feel better than when you have brand new clean sheets on your bed. So I put my brand new clean sheets on my bed, and I was sitting here working, trying to get the show together. And then, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but my heart and soul is my stereo system. Yeah, I know that sounds a bit cringe, but that's like my pride and joy. I built this special stereo system from scratch. I got all the parts. I researched everything, and I love it, man. My stereo system is just part of my personality. So one of the cats jumps up on my stereo system yesterday, and I'm like, immediately, of course, jumping off the bed to go get this cat off my stereo system, which is sitting on the top of my cabinet and everything. And then right before I can get over there, the cat goes, bleh, and pukes all in my stereo system. And all I hear is pop, 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 pop. So, of course, I scream and run and unplug the thing. So my brand new stereo system that I've only had for 6 months is fried and destroyed. And I can't afford another one. I'm not even close to being able to afford another one. And so I was like, oh my God, I was so upset. I literally cried, y'all. I fucking cried. It was devastating to me. And so then I yelled, and so we got all the cats out of the room. And I went to the bathroom, and I was like all upset and crying. And I came back, and it turns out we didn't get rid of all the cats. There's one cat left in here, and while I was at the bathroom, the cat decided to piss right in the middle of my brand new clean sheets on my bed. Like, really? Really, motherfuckers? I saved your life, and this is the thanks I get? You destroyed my brand new goddamn stereo, piss all over my brand new sheets. So I was like, beside myself. I spent all day in bed. I was just like, fuck this life. I'm don't live this planet anymore. Suck. But then today I was like, well, what are you gonna do? You gonna lay down and fucking die? You just gonna lay in bed forever? Or are you gonna get your ass up and move forward? After all, it's a first world problem, Dusty. Your stereo system got destroyed. Boo fucking who? 20,000 kids are dying every day. What's wrong with you? So anyway, I got my ass up and decided I was going to be positive. Try to not to let me get me down and just move on. That's all you can do, right? Shit's gonna happen. Gonna get some rainstorms on you from time to time, but just dry your fucking self off and move on. That's all you can do. So anyway, I'm excited, folks. I'm excited to do Wednesday shows for you guys. Like, going 3 or 4 days without doing a show is kind of a bit long anyway. I miss you guys, and I know you guys missing me. So be sure to tune in for the new shows on Wednesday. and tell your friends. Hell yeah. So that's been station identification. As always, folks, before we begin the show, be sure to get your super chats in. Super chats. The lifeblood of the show is the super chats. No questions dodged. Every question answered on the super chats. So, like, immortalize yourself forever and ever and ever. Amen. On the super chats. I don't like that lighting. I'm about to fix it on the next show. What are you going to do? It's going to find out after now. But anyway, yeah, it's for the show, super chats, all the things. You know what's up. There's a button down here. Click it and donate whatever you want to. And I'll read every single comment that you leave me at halftime. And then at the end of the show, so great way to support the show. Please help me if you can. Go. So we usually start with religious bullshit, but we're switching things up a little bit. I know you got to do that. Got to try to evolve things from time to time. So today, let's start out with a little bit of Beyond Parody. Beyond the Parody. Hell yeah, first off, on tonight's Beyond Parody. Candace Taylor's back, y'all, and I know it's going to shock you folks because she don't seem like she's the sharpest tool in the drawer, but she a flat earther. Yeah, who could have possibly seen this coming? I mean, when you have this kind of thick-ass Southern accent, people just assume you're a genius, but it ain't always so, folks, unfortunately. Let's have a look. By the way, she ran for governor and got a bunch of votes, and then they elected her as Georgia GOP district chair. Yeah. Conservatives elected this woman. Just saying, I'm not sure you guys are electing the best over there. Let's have a listen.
More and more, I'm like, it doesn't make sense. So is it or not? I don't know 100%, but it's just, it doesn't make sense the other way. Now that you see it.
The people that defend the globe don't know anything about the globe, because if they knew a tenth of what Matt and I know about the globe, they would be flat earthers, because it's absolutely ridiculous.
I can't unsee this. All the globes everywhere. I turn on TV. There's globes in the background. There's globes on there right here. Like this would be a globe if I was a normal person. Like everywhere there's globes. You see them all the time.
Yeah, if I was a normal person, I might have a globe back here. If I was an educated individual who cared about facts and reasons, I might have a globe, but I don't, because I am not a normal person. Hey, at least she's honest with herself. Please continue.
I mean, it's constant. My children will be like, Mama, globe. They're everywhere.
Yeah, that's called confirmation bias. When you see things over and over again, it's like, hey, you know what I see everywhere? Coke! There's Coca-Cola everywhere. Coca-Cola cans, Coca-Cola machines, bottles, people with T-shirts on them. I guess that proves that Coca-Cola doesn't exist or something.
And that's what they do to brainwash. And so for me, if it is not a conspiracy, if it is, real, why are you pushing so hard? Everywhere I go, every store, you buy a globe. There's globes everywhere, every movie, every TV show, news media. Why? More and more.
Makes a good point. Hey, if the earth is not flat, then why are there globes everywhere? Checkmate. Checkmate, round earthers. Can't explain that. I mean, you can, but don't. And then mental illness, folks, that's what the military attracts. Like this dude, Daniel Perry, who just killed Jordan Neely. A lot of people join the military because they're psychos to begin with, and they want an excuse to get away with legalized murder. And they're not mentally well a lot of times. Case in point, this gentleman, I guess the person that posted this thinks this is a good thing, but this is a clear sign of mental illness. So it's a guy, and he's standing up watching the movie Sniper with Bradley Cooper, about the psychopath that murdered a bunch of Iraqis, went over their country, invaded them, killed them all, killed little children, came back and got killed by another American at a gun range. Remember that dude. Anyway. And he's standing up for this hour and 23-minute long movie so far, and he's just saluting, not moving at all, saluting the fucking movie. And we're supposed to be impressed. I guess this is a good thing and not some kind of psychopathic behavior. The post says, he takes my breath away with his stupidity, with his strangeness, with his psychopathy. We're watching American Sniper, and he hasn't moved his hand one bit or his feet one bit this entire hour and 23 minutes. He said his legs are getting tired, but he will not move. Oh my fucking God. Run, girl, run. He gonna kill you. That is not normal behavior. And how is this not virtue signaling? How is this not pretending that you're doing something good when you're actually doing nothing at all? Nobody is being helped. You're not proving anything. You're just wasting your fucking time being a dipshit. Good God, you people are beyond parody. And then on Beyond Parody, extremely normal behavior. First off, I read the Tim Pool take on the neo-vagina. I read that in the last show, but these people are so fucking weird. Here's a chud-ass K. Carnelian. Nobody is tricking anyone. A vagina is a portal for human life. A neo-vagina is an inside-out penis. A vagina has a bespoke perfume that changes with every day of a woman's hormone cycle. This scent can hypnotize a straight male. Sorry, gays, no hypnotism for you. A neo-vagina smells of colon, likely repulsive to a straight male. I don't know, all kinds of straight males, if you want to use that term, seem to love the transgender porn, as far as I can tell, on the 4chans and whatnot. Very popular, the transgender porn. Anyway, a vagina can tense and relax to accommodate each of its many functions. Like, it has its own consciousness. Yeah, your vagina, it's totally conscious. It has its own bespoke smell, and it can hypnotize motherfuckers. Your vagina's really fucking special. A neo-vagina needs to be dilated daily forever. I don't think that's true, but either way, who gives a shit? A vagina is snuggly and cozy. Overrated. A neo-vagina is likely tepid at best. I don't know. Well, if you don't know, why you have such a strong opinion about it? This is not vaginal superiority. It's just truth. Hey, I'm not saying one vagina better than the other vagina, but one vagina far superior to the other vagina. One of them smells like butthole, and the other one is magical, and it can hypnotize motherfuckers. So just saying, sorry, trans women. Totally normal from conservatives. Sit around thinking of trans people's junk all day. Might want to go to therapy or something. And then, folks, they want so bad to be the victims. They want so bad to be oppressed. Living in a fantasy world. Absolutely. So let's watch this maggot cry about how horrible and tough life is for white conservative Trump supporters.
I am watching the 4 FBI agents testify today.
Oh my God, are you?
In front of Congress.
I can't believe it. Are you okay?
And all I can think of is, for the last 6 years, we have, Trump supporters have been called every name in the book.
Good. Learn to love it, motherfucker.
Fascist.
You are fascist.
Racist.
You're racist, yes. Fits. What else? Only two you think of?
We weren't allowed to wear a red hat.
You weren't allowed to wear red hats. What the fuck you talk about? You motherfuckers wore those red hats everywhere.
If we were walking down the street in a red hat, we would get beat up.
Who beat you up for wearing a red hat? Name for the motherfucking names, you liar.
We were told to toe the line.
You were told to toe a line? What?
And I see everything coming to light right now.
Oh my God. Well, close your eyes, bitch.
Everything's coming to light. And these 4 brave men that have lost their jobs, they have misplaced their families.
Oh my God, where they misplace them at? Go find them.
And they are bringing the truth to light.
I know, right?
And I am very grateful for them.
You look grateful. Tell it to your face.
And I knew it was going to happen.
You're so smart.
I knew this was coming out.
Soothsayer.
And I'm very happy it is.
Yeah, you're so happy. Look at you.
Because the way we've been treated the last 6 years.
Yeah, the fuck your feelings people have been treated real poorly the last 6 years.
It's just been horrendous.
I know, it's so horrible being you. Oh my God.
Every time we would try to tell the truth, we were put into Twitter jail.
Oh no,
we
not
were put
Twitter
into Facebook jail.
Not Facebook jail. Poor thing.
We were being silenced.
You've been so silenced,
and
aren't
yeah,
you?
they are private companies and they're allowed to do that.
They are, aren't they?
This video is of Mr. O'Boyle explaining what he's been through for the last 2 years, being an FBI whistleblower.
The hardships you've gone through. If one of you...
Anyway, cry harder, noobs! Love to see you whine. Your life is so horrible. Whiny piss babies, goddammit. And then on the Beyond Parody, Bad life decisions coming at you. This guy at Mar-a-Lago decided to get a Trump autograph and then had it tattooed on his body forever and ever and ever. Stop looking. Gotta mute that shit. I mean, they already told you guys that cease and desist on that. So Steve Lopez, Jason Marino, tattoos. Let me go in there and get me a tattoo. It's gonna be awesome. Hey, it's a bunch of squiggly lines. Can't even tell what the fuck it says, but yeah, let's get that tattooed on me for the rest of my existence. And oh, cool, amazing, wow, what a high budget tattoo you've gotten on there. I can't wait till this guy's like on the slab, he dead, and the fucking people doing the autopsy coming in the corner. They're like, hey, what is this squiggly line on his arm? I can't tell what that is. And then somebody's like, oh, I think that's a Donald Trump signature. And they're like, oh, let's bury him quicker. Put him in the ground. Stat! This dumb motherfucker. And then, apparently, the People's Convoy offshoot had their annual reunion. There was a wedding, and they're preaching about how we do this and we fight and we die, and yep, exactly the type of people you would think it is. Gravy seals with your big fucking gut hanging out and your fuck Joe Biden sign. Yo, dude, that shirt don't fit. Might want to get you an extra large or some shit. Eat a salad, do a sit-up, or don't. Die of a heart attack in the next couple years. It's all good to me. And Tim Pool, man. Most popular conservative influencer in the world, Tim Pool, walked outside and saw a needle on the ground, so decided to, I guess, own the libs or whatever by taking a picture of this needle. He says, the worst thing about COVIDiots is how they leave their vaccines everywhere. Yeah, this is a insulin needle, clearly. And here's the crazy part is, you could tell Tim Pool took this picture because you can see his fucking stupid beanie in the shadow. Fuck. Even Tim Pool's shadow is insecure about being bald, y'all. Can't make this shit up. Take it off, helmet head. Maybe not be beyond parody for one day. One more on a beyond parody. Oh, folks! I'm going to play more of this video in the after party. After party with Dusty Smith coming up directly after this show. Available to all the Dust Buddies and my patrons beyond there. But I guess I and Mouse wrong. The wrongest one on the internet has been watching this show. That's the only answer. That's the only obvious solution to what's happening here. And decided, hey, I can do that. So he's decided to create a show similar to this one where he can sit there and talk. But it's so bizarre, folks. I'm going to play you just a little bit of this. But what to keep in mind as you watch this is this guy has never stepped foot in America. This guy is from Malaysia, raised in Malaysia, and clearly he's trying to pretend to be American here. There's no way this guy actually talks like this in real life. There's no way he grew up talking like this. There's no way other people in Malaysia he hangs out with talks like this. I mean, you're a product of your culture, right? You're brought up in a certain culture. You're going to speak a certain way. You're going to speak more of the dialect of your culture, more towards the language that your culture speaks. But his entire career is pretending to be an Asian American and influencing our elections and being supported by people like Elon Musk, who was Johnny on the spot to signal boost everything for him. So it's so bizarre, this American character he's playing to try to fool his audience into believing he's an American conservative Asian. So he actually has some a stake in the game. Let me play it, and then we'll make fun of it.
Welcome back to another episode of my show. It's going to be very eye-opening, and here we dive
Nice toupee there, Ian.
deep into the crumbling world of three once glamorous media startups. Today we unravel the story of Vice, Vox, and BuzzFeed, otherwise known as Garbage. The brash, overconfident trio loudly declared themselves the future.
Totally natural. Definitely not a pod person. Face for radio, but thank you, I am Miles Wrong, for doing this. Holy shit, I'm going to bully you so fucking much. This is going to be the gift that keeps on giving. You're bad at this, and you should feel bad about it. And, man, I'm going to ride this motherfucker till the wheels fall off. More of that coming at the after party. Tune in. And that is my Beyond Party tonight. What you dirty, sexy pores have to say? You looking forward to the Wednesday shows? Are you looking forward to making fun of I Am House Wrong in the future? I bet you are. The only possible answer, it is, I'm the only one doing this, so he must be watching me. Damn insulin addicts, I know, right? What do they need that shit for? Get off the junk, insulin addicts. He's borrowed Gary Newman's wig. Yep, bald as shit like Tim Pool. And also, like, he pretty rich too from his grift. Once again, I don't understand how you motherfuckers are rich and bald. Don't make no sense. It's not expensive to get hair implants. Is this dubbed? I know, right? It sounds like it. It's like a bad Asian movie. Speaking of which, I'm gonna watch. I guess I'll save that for. I'm gonna watch that RRR, the Ruh movie. You guys have been recommending it, but the star of Ruh, who I fucking love, died this weekend. We're gonna cover that. Heartbreaking. He's gonna start wearing a beanie. Yep, anytime now. Gonna be wearing a ball cap, old school Dusty. And all right, we got 2 quick heroes for you guys. Let's fucking do it. We could be heroes just for one day. And hell yeah, why can we not to be sober? It's Maynard James Keenan from the band Tool showing us what heroes are all about, folks. I've been begging celebrities to do exactly what he's done here for months now. And some of them are actually listening. I don't know if they're listening to me or just doing it. Probably just doing it. But anyway, here he is at Daytona, Florida, dressed in drag in protest of Florida's anti-drag laws. I can't help but notice they didn't arrest him. Curious. But every single celebrity, every singer needs to start doing this. Call their bluff. Because when they don't arrest you for doing this, they can't arrest gay people for doing it. Because then it becomes just obvious that they're singling out people for no other reason that they're gay. So, hero Maynard, appreciate you. And speaking of hero singers, standing up for trans rights, gay rights, and abortion rights at the concerts, Lizzo! Hell yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I was going to show you guys something. Speaking of Lizzo, all right, I'm going to play Lizzo's clip real quick, and then I'll look this thing up over here and show you what I'm talking about. But anyway, you go, Lizzo.
Abortion laws passed. And anybody who comes to a Lizzo show should know that I am for people to have the right to have care, reproductive, affirmative, correct. And there's times I get very political, and as adults, we feel it, but there's children here tonight. And it really breaks my heart that there are young people growing up in a world that doesn't protect them. So, let me be your safe space tonight and just tell you, young people, don't let anybody tell you who you are. Don't let any laws tell you who you're not, bitch. You are, I'm sorry saying bitch, I'm just Don't let any laws tell you who you're not. You are who you are, okay? I see you. You are valid. You deserve to be here in every form. You contain multitudes. These laws are not real. You are what's real. And you deserve to be protected. You deserve to be protected. And for anyone whose inner child needed to hear that, you deserve to be protected too. This song is dedicated to all of y'all. Let's have a good time, okay?
So that was at a Nebraska concert. They just passed the anti-abortion laws to go along with their anti-trans laws. So hell yeah. Love to see the celebrities stand up and use their platform to fight back against this stuff. And speaking of Lizzo, folks, I just took a DNA test and found out that I am 100% white. I am 100% white, folks. Shocker. I added it up. These all add up to 100%. my people, England, Northeastern Europe, or Northwestern Europe, Scotland, Ireland, Norway, Wales, and the Baltics. 100% cracker. I'm a little bit disappointed, man. I thought I might have some flavor in me somewhere, a little spice. Hell, growing up, I was taught, hey, your grandma was like 100% no, my great-grandma. Your great-grandma was like 100% Cherokee. Never met her. I just was told this. You lie, motherfuckers. Where? Look at this. Ain't no fucking Cherokee in my goddamn DNA anywhere. Just lied to me. Anyway, I guess everybody has stories like that in their family about how they had Indian heritage. Just fucking stealing. That's all that's happening here. Cultural appropriation and whatnot. Sucks. And then, well, dude, you're a Smith, so yeah, but I thought I might have had something in there. Something gave me a little flavor. Anyway, that was my heroes. Hope you guys enjoyed it. What we gotta think about that, everybody? Son found out he has part Cherokee. Yep. I thought I was, but nope. Nothing. Just bland mayonnaise. I actually found out I'm about 1% Senegalese after 27 years. I don't even know what the hell that is, but cool. I'm English and Irish, but I do have Neanderthal DNA, you troglodyte. Everyone out of Africa, Dusty. I know, but like, not recently. Not recently. Think about the history of white people. It's basically white people hated everybody else so much. Well, no, not white people. The descendants of white people, not the ancestors. The ancestors of white people, which were black people, hated everybody so much that they were like, fuck this. We're going to move up to the mountains where it's cold and shit. We don't want to be around anybody. We'll just live up here where nobody should fucking live. And they lived up in that cold for so long, their skin turned white. That's the history of my people. Makes sense. I'm still pretty antisocial, so I guess that tracks. And I'm part Buzz. Hell yeah, we'll enjoy that shit. You're one of the lucky ones. And move along, folks. I know you've been waiting for it. It's Chud Watch.
Chud Watch. Talking about Chud Watch.
We talk about chuds, and then we make fun of them. Yes, to the year we do Chud Watch. And tonight, first off, on the Chud Watch, Fox News got... God damn it, gotta fly me. A bunch of new people on there these days, spreading right-wing talking points and racism, including this black man wants us all to know that, hey, unemployment was so good under Trump. That's why black folks love Trump so much. Wasn't unemployment so much better under... It wasn't. The unemployment rate now is under half what it was when Trump left office. Trump is the first president in like 30 years to leave office with a lower unemployment rate than he came in. Last time it was George Bush they did that. But yeah, let's not let facts and reality get in the way of propaganda spread by Fox News.
And so, you know, to say it this way, when Donald Trump was president, man, my pockets were looking really good. And now that Joe Biden is president, everybody's pocket is looking lean. And black men aren't really for that. We want to have a thriving economy like everybody else.
Congressman.
Definitely so much better for black folks under Donald Trump, even though like Donald Trump continuously said, hey, I'm the greatest president for black people in history. And the reason he gave for that was because unemployment was lower for black people at that particular time. And he got in office when Obama was lowering the unemployment rate, and it kept going under Trump. So just briefly before it skyrocketed back up, it was lower for black folks. But now it's way lower under Biden. So by Trump's own logic, Biden should be the greatest president for black folks ever. But hey, don't think about it. There's always a... Oh, no, what the hell happened? Oh, shit, no video. Okay, fuck. I didn't switch back over. My bad. It doesn't matter. You want to watch it again? It's very short.
And so, you know, to say it this way, when Donald Trump was president, man, my pockets were looking really good. And now that Joe Biden is president, everybody's pocket is looking lean. And black men aren't really for that. We want to have a thriving economy like everybody else.
Congressman.
And so, you know, to say it this way.
Lies, that's what Fox News does. Nobody's shocked. And then This whole last week, they've been spreading this story on Fox News that crazy leftists have gotten so out of control that what they're doing now is they're kicking homeless veterans out of these hotel rooms and giving them to illegal aliens, folks. We are so evil on the left that we love illegal human beings, dirty Mexicans who come over here and give our children fentanyl because they hate us. Love them more than we love our own veterans, folks. They spent all week spreading this story. Here's a few clips.
15 veterans were kicked out. Combat veterans, Afghanistan, Iraq, Vietnam veterans that were homeless, and a slew of other people.
Friends. There's also a story in the New York Post that at least at one of these hotels in an upstate county, New York, there were homeless vets, homeless veterans being housed at that hotel who are being thrown out of that hotel to make room for illegal immigrants. And I cannot imagine, right, left, or center, how many people in this country look at those priorities and say, yes, that's good. What a disgrace.
Well, and on that topic, Guy, an administration that would find it okay to kick American veterans out of a hotel to put illegal immigrants into it probably doesn't have a good handle on what security or border security is.
Right.
So
Totally
the Biden
true.
administration, Governor Hochul, and the city of New York, they all have a part in this. And it's a total embarrassment. It's a slap in the face to veterans, to citizens of New York and this country who are really being cast aside to allow for asylum seekers to come here.
Welcome back. Well, the migrant crisis unloading on New York is out of control. Officials are prioritizing illegal migrants over everyday New Yorkers. Homeless veterans reportedly getting kicked out of hotels.
Re-election. He put a good news sticker on his border crisis. Who is filling him in? On the ground, it is bad. For example, outrage is flowing after homeless U.S. military veterans were booted from a hotel so illegal immigrants could have their rooms. Has become.
You know, a president that would leave Americans stranded in Afghanistan probably doesn't see the onus to take care of 20 veterans in a hotel.
That's right. Joe Biden just does not give a shit. Joe Biden just hates veterans.
And I hate to say it, but that's just the absolute truth of it.
Absolute truth.
Wow.
What you gotta do?
That takes my breath away.
Takes my breath away, too.
A local nonprofit says 20 homeless and vulnerable veterans were displaced in total, with 15 of them being evicted from a single hotel. Our veterans, the brave men and women who risked their lives to keep America free, now being kicked to the curb because of the disaster unfolding on our border?
That's right. Are we outraged, folks? Aren't we mad? Are we ready to burn down the White House over this? Only one little problem. It's not true. They just made it the fuck up. So this is how the game is played. They spread the lie show after show, hour after hour after hour. And then just like in 19 seconds, they do the retraction where nobody sees the retraction. I guarantee you my family that sits around watching Fox News every day still believes the story's true because they didn't see Laura Ingraham before she got fired retract the story. So let's watch her come up it. So let's watch her take full responsibility for her news channel spreading this lie.
All right, before we go, a little update on a story we brought you this week about homeless vets being displaced from hotels so that illegals could move in. Turns out the group behind the claim made it up. We have no clue as to why anyone would do such a thing, but we'll bring you any updates should they come.
Yeah, why? Why would somebody spread these lies continuously? We have no idea why somebody would continuously spread lies to make Joe Biden look like he hates veterans. It's a mystery why this happened. Yeah, piss in my mouth. Tell me it's raining, Fox News. Just not my fault. We spent all week spreading lies repeatedly. Shh, what you gonna do? Somebody else is to blame. No responsibility. And it's the hypocrisy for me, folks. So right now, what conservatives are doing is apparently they are trying to default on the United States debt. They're the ones who ran it up under Trump. They added like a third to the debt. What is it, $8 trillion more than any president ever by far. Congress, the Republican Congress that was in charge, agreed to take on this debt because Trump wanted them to. But now that we have to pay for the debt, they're saying, yeah, we agreed that we were going to pay for it, but now we're not going to pay for it. We've already spent the money. We let Trump spend it. Basically, they were trying to buy votes. Remember Trump sent out the stimulus checks, and he made sure his name was signed to them. So it was fine ballooning the debt to $8 trillion more because Trump wanted to buy votes. But now that it comes time to pay off that debt, they're like, nope, we're not going to pay what we already agreed to pay, and we're just going to collapse the economy. And so they clearly want to collapse the economy on purpose because they believe they collapse the world economy, people will blame Joe Biden. All they care about is power. All they care about is votes. And they will destroy our country to get it. And the sad part is it'll probably work because our populace is so uneducated, doesn't know what the hell is going on. They probably will blame Joe Biden for 100% what the Republicans did. But yeah, as this post points out, Clinton years, GOP threatened default and shutdown. George W. Bush years, GOP tripled the national debt. Obama years, GOP threatened default and shutdowns. Trump years, GOP adds another $7 trillion in debt. Biden years, GOP threatens default. That's the way they do it, folks. Because they know their side doesn't care. They know their side doesn't care if they are hypocrites. They will never be held accountable. Never have to take responsibility for anything. And similar to what this post says, the GOP raised the debt ceiling 3 times under Trump. 3 times. No debate, just did it. And the Democrats went right along on them because Democrats are not willing to destroy the economy of the world just to stay in power. Maybe Democrats don't play dirty enough, but we shouldn't because we actually care about people. We don't hurt people, and it would devastate mostly the poor if this happened. But of course, conservatives don't care about them. Why would they? The GOP raised the debt ceiling 7 times under George W. Bush. The GOP raised the debt ceiling 18 times under Ronald Reagan. And now they're refusing to pay for their tax cuts. They're the ones that agreed to give trillions of dollars in tax cuts to billionaires. And now they don't want to pay it. They want to destroy our economy over it. Unless we agree to cut veterans, health care, and Social Security. Cut the benefits of the most vulnerable among us, of course. But like I said, it doesn't matter what they do. Their side literally doesn't care about anything. As long as they're hurting people, as long as they're upsetting people, making people mad, that's it. It's the party of spite. And at least Joe Biden is out there calling them out for it, saying exactly what is happening to their face. We need more of this.
I think there are some MAGA Republicans in the House who know the damage that it would do to the economy. And because I am president and president's responsible for everything, Biden would take the blame, and that's the one way to make sure Biden's not reelected. I think there are
exactly what's happening. They're trying to make sure that Biden does not get reelected, so they are just, I guess, going to crash the global economy. Why not? Why not? We have crazy people running things right now. Seems bad, conservatives, but I guess you guys don't give a shit, so nothing's ever going to fucking change. And then, what should I watch? Marjorie Trader Queen, folks, putting out cringe videos. These are completely unserious people. I guess she thinks it makes her look tough to talk about politics while she's working out. Hopefully she'll keep the socks on. Let's have a look at this video. She's gonna do it. She's gonna do it, folks. She's gonna clean and jerk, which I hear she's good at.
Hey guys.
Hi.
I introduced articles of impeachment this week against 5 people that deserve it. Check out Battleground MTG. Find out how we save America, and it's through impeachment.
Oh my guys, this is so embarrassing. What does you lifting that weight have anything to do with the political announcement you're making? Just ridiculous. And I don't know if you guys caught this. It was real quick. But yeah, in the background, you can see that Marge has a Confederate flag cooler because of course she does, right? Traitor. Repping the flag of traitors and racist, just like you would expect. No shock here or there. No wonder she is the most popular conservative politician in the world right now. And then hypocrisy, that's all they do, folks. Different set of rules. They make the rules, and then they exempt themselves from the rules. That's conservatism 101. Yesterday, it was revealed that Marjorie Taylor Queene's boyfriend, her new guy, the guy she was cheating on her husband with, because, you know, family values, did a past video of himself in drag. Because when they're dressed in drag to entertain people, it's completely fine. No problem whatsoever. They're not groomers. It's only bad when gay people do it.
I could tell you, I think a lot of people are up now. They're all hashtag I am up. Of course, come and check it out here. Starts on Saturday. I'm kicking these shoes off, but I may keep the pantyhose on. It does feel kind of good, actually. I'm not going to pee in them, I promise. I'm sitting back in the studio.
Hilarious. I mean, that's cringe as fuck, but harmless. This kind of thing has been done like my entire life. Like I grew up on Monty Python's Flying Circus. 90% of the skits, they were in dresses. I grew up on The Kids in the Hall. 90% of the skits were in drag. Nobody ever had a fucking problem with it. But now all of a sudden, literally hundreds of laws across this country to make this illegal. Because we live in some kind of dystopian nightmare where the inmates have taken over the fucking asylum. So I'm sure Marjorie Taylor Queen is principled. She's going to be like, hey, I'm against drag of all forms. Even when my own boyfriend does it, this is not acceptable. I'm not going to be a hypocrite, right? That's what happened? No. Her response is, I'm literally LOLing. My boyfriend dressed in drag for morning news in Dallas years ago, reporting on an upcoming local theater production, and the morons over at Patriot Takes think this is an attack. Brian loves the throwback and is reposting, crying myself laughing. The left is so stupid. Yeah, you're so stupid to think for a second that we are principled or not complete hypocrites in every fucking way. It's different when we do it. No, it's not. It's the same fucking shit. And remember, she is incensed, I tell you, about drag queens. Let's let her tell us all about it.
And then they want to make fun of us on the news and say, oh, right-wingers, oh, conservative Americans are upset over drag queens. You're damn right we're upset over drag queens.
Are you? I could tell you, I think a lot of people are up now. They're all hashtag I am up. Of course, come and check it out here. Starts on Saturday. I'm kicking these shoes off, but I may keep the pantyhose on. It does feel kind of good, actually. I'm not going to pee in them, I promise. I'm sitting back in the studio.
And then, so angry about the drag queens. The drag queens are destroying our society, but it's hilarious. LOL, we do it. It's funny. We're only going to arrest the gays because that's all we really care about. It's just straight up bigotry and hatred towards gay people coming at you from a different direction. And, yep, her boyfriend, racist trash, as you would imagine the boyfriend of Marjorie Taylor Queen would be. The new thing they're doing this week is going public and calling Brittany Griner a man, which is a racist trope they use against black women a lot. I guess a lot of black women don't fit their Caucasian standards of beauty. They do this to Michelle Obama, too. They're men. Brian Glenn says, good morning to all the men this morning except Brittany Griner, he, him. It shouldn't surprise anyone that a man is now the face of women's professional basketball league. Totally fucking classy. The crazy thing, like Brittany Griner didn't even do anything. She got made a political prisoner over in Russia. And yeah, I guess she's a lesbian. I guess that's all it takes. Doesn't matter that she's American. Doesn't matter that the Russians kidnapped an American citizen and held her, ransomed her for an arms dealer, just like an evil society would do, right? But who cares, right? She's the bad guy somehow to conservatives. So let's just racistly declare that she's a man, because why fucking not? He wasn't the only one that did this. Jeremy over from the quarter poundering, also making videos calling her a man. The quartering game didn't even sell out, and Brittany is a man. Hilarious. So fucking classy, guys. Just amazing how successful you could be if you're willing to be dog shit. And you are dog shit in every way, Jeremy. I know you don't care. Like, I know you're making your money, and you just laugh yourself to the bank, because as long as you're making money, you don't care who you harm or what you say or what harm you cause, right? You don't give a shit. But man, Someday you might. I don't know. Maybe on your deathbed, you might look back and you might think to yourself, holy shit, I lived a horrible existence where I did nothing but hurt other people for money. But I guess then it'll be too fucking late to make any changes or do anything about it. Or maybe he won't. Maybe it'll just be trash the day he dies. Probably. He'll die of a heart attack for too long anyway. You fat fuck. And then Ron DeSantis back at it this week, folks. And here's what you get, Florida. You want to elect racist, you want to elect fascist, you want to elect transphobes. This is what happens. The NAACP has issued a formal travel advisory for Florida, warning black and LGBTQ people against visiting the state due to Ron DeSantis policies. Quote, Florida is openly hostile towards African Americans, people of color, and LGBTQ plus individuals. Before traveling to Florida, please understand the state of Florida devalues and marginalizes the contributions of and the challenges faced by African Americans and other communities of color. And it's true. It's exactly what Ron DeSantis has done with his war on teachers, his war on transgender children, his war on teaching the facts about the racist history of this country. Not only is he racist and fascist, but his actions attract other racists and fascists who flock to Florida, which is exactly what they've done. Reminds me of my brother. Last night I played the video about how my brother disowned me at Applebee's for Jeff because he had never heard that story. We were talking about how my brother lives in Florida. He was like, hey, we should go visit your brother. And I was like, let me play this video for you. And I played it for him. He was like, okay, no, we definitely should not go visit your fucking brother. So anyway, exactly where he belongs with the other dipshits in Florida. And yeah, it's getting bad over there in fascist Florida land, folks. This country has lost its goddamn mind. Here is a librarian in a school pointing out all the books they're banning, folks. Always a good sign that when your government is banning books. Here's the small government people.
This is a quick video. I'm at my school right now. I just want to show you something because the state just came last week and decided what books were appropriate or inappropriate. So I'm going to figure out how to show you.
Inappropriate.
This is a book that's been deemed inappropriate. These are the boxes of books waiting to go out. Look how big this box is. I'm going to show you some of the titles.
Show them this one too. Blacks in aviation.
Can't have that. Can't have a hero black people in aviation. Can't be teaching black history.
We have 20th century writers. We have Rosemary in the Woods. American The Hauntist.
The Big Lie.
The Big Lie. Right, it's all about Judaism. Women of Nigeria. Hitler. El Salvador. These are these are just a few of the books that have been deemed inappropriate. Lewis and Clark. They're removing these books from our library. Jefferson Republic. I don't understand.
20th century writers.
Hate groups. So yeah, this is what's going on.
Super cool, Florida. You've elected a fascist dictator who's single-handedly deciding what books that your children can read. Seems bad, but whatever. Enjoy that shit. And yep. Meanwhile, in Nebraska, bunch of white Christians are celebrating after banning health care for trans kids. Yay! We did it! We took the rights of children away. Jesus, I trust in you. Hooray! We're the good guys taking the health care away from children, especially the ones at the highest risk of suicide. Hooray for Christianity! And yeah, I agree with this post. Republicans on their way to cut veterans' health care to give their billionaire donors more tax breaks. Here they are. Yay! Yay, we're doing it! Yay, we're going to remove health care from children. More tax cuts for the rich while we refuse to pay for it and destroy the global economy. Yay! Fuck off, Cotton Hill. And Tim Pool, folks. Now, I always knew Tim Pool was just your basic, everyday maggot. But he used to pretend a little bit. I'm not a conservative. I'm on the left. It's the left that's pushed me further right, but now he's just become everybody's dipshit MAGA uncle. Posting shit for no other reason but to own the left. Timcast. Cry harder, libs. MAGA 2024. Oh my God, I'm crying so hard, Tim. Holy shit. They'll still tell me, folks, Tim is not a conservative. He says he's a liberal. Conservatives come to my page and tell me that all the time. Even though 100% of his fan base is conservative and they all love him. Like, what other liberals do you guys love? None? If he was a liberal, you would not fucking like him. I assure you, conservatives. And Michelle Bachmann's back, folks, and she mad, and she's going to explain exactly in detail why she's mad. But here's the crazy part. Everything she's saying is good things. It's hilarious how they just read off a list of incredibly good things that will benefit our society and then act like that's what's destroying our society. Banana boat.
And a year from this week will come the final vote. And that's when all of the lockdowns and the clampdowns and everything that's going to impact our life is going to come into play. And they talked about some of those things. One is universal health care.
Oh, no.
And what they mean by that, they said equity about 1 million times in the last couple of days, inclusion in the last couple of days. That means everyone will get the same level of health care. It doesn't matter where you live. Everybody will get the same level of health care. In fact, there's a video that I watched, and it said, imagine if our economy would change and we would focus on what we need than what we have budgeted to spend. What if everybody got the care that they need? What if nations would produce what is needed by the world and supply it to others?
Okay, everything you just said sounds fucking awesome. How could anybody have any problem with this whatsoever?
So clearly it is a Marxist take.
It's a Marxist take,
and a year
folks.
From this.
They want to give everybody the same level of health care. They want to help everybody. The horror. I can't believe they're threatening to help people, say the Christians. Just good goddamn, y'all. Can't even make fun of these people. Quit threatening me with a good time. And this is not new, folks, but they seem to be repeating this more and more recently. Here are the Hodge twins, chud-ass meatheads. I told you guys repeatedly that conservatives hate democracy. The more people that vote, the worse they do, and they know this. So they try to disenfranchise the vote as much as they can. They try to make it hard for people to vote. But now they're just outright saying, here's the Hodge twins, why do people call the U.S. a democracy and say they want to preserve democracy? Because we are a democracy. Democracy is mob rule, where the majority gets to decide how things go, no matter if it's good or bad. So the opposite, I guess, is letting the minority decide how things go, no matter if it's good or bad. Seems worse. They're going to say, we're a constitutional republic. I mean, yes, but a constitutional republic is a form of democracy. Good God, meatheads. Ronnie Last the Red, because most people have never been taught civics and the difference between a democracy and a republic. And the politicians keep saying over and over again, democracy. Yes, you clearly have not been taught civics. You do not understand that a constitutional republic is a democracy. What do you think it is? I don't think they teach that anymore. They're too busy grooming. Really sad. Yeah, teachers too busy grooming to teach you, I guess, that we shouldn't be a democracy. Landowners, I guess, should be the only ones that were allowed to vote. Sad to see the Hodge twins do this because you know these arguments originally were created to stop black people from voting, right? And women. Only landowners should be able to vote. Hey, you should have to pass this test. And of course, the educational system was non-existent for black folks in those days, so they couldn't pass the test in the same way. 100% the same arguments made by racists are made by you guys now. If we taught our 10th Amendment, we would have abolished the DOE, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, the ACA, etc. years ago. All are blatantly unconstitutional. Well, it's good then, I guess, that we didn't do that because those are good things we had. Anyway, they hate democracy, folks. That's why they try to overturn democracy and install Trump as a dictator. They don't give a shit. And then meanwhile, over at Trump's derail for the Reawakening America conference they had, I showed you guys a few clips over the last show, and I could not show you this clip. Mentally unstable. That's who they're putting on the stage. Watch this train wreck.
That we are going to end up there if we don't do something right down now. And your job Your only job is to be that guy and to keep the tanks off of your children. And every time we watch CNN, every time we send our kids to a communist school, every single time we go online and we buy something at Walmart or Nike or have a Bud Light, I am handing bullets to the CCP to shoot our kids with, and we must do better.
I know it's quiet, but I can't help it. That's just the clip. Anyway, yeah, every time you watch CNN, you're helping out the CCP. First off, CNN is now run by a Trump supporter. Second off, Trump was just on CNN for over 2 hours. So is Trump supporting the CCP? He's not. It's a different set of rules for him. Oh, that's cool how that works out in your favor. And one more. Oh, yeah. So this is the lead singer of the band Right Said Fred. Remember that band, that one-hit wonder from the 80s? I'm too sexy for my shirt, so sexy it hurts. So apparently he's a giant Vladimir Putin nut hugger. Posted this picture, which I'm sure is photoshopped and not real. Vladimir Putin with the body of a teenager. And Right Said Fred, lead singer Richard Ferbras says, this guy definitely has a dark side. But I ask you, is it any darker than those who vilify him? I think not. What the fuck you talk about, Willis? Yeah, it is. I vilify this motherfucker all the time. I ain't never killed nobody. I ain't never sent hundreds of thousands of young men to their deaths because of my ego. I ain't never poisoned and murdered my political opponents. I ain't never downed a commercial airliner. I ain't never commit mass murder. What the fuck you talking about? Just insanity. Conservatives are out of their fucking brains, y'all. Literally worshiping mass murderers and dictators and claiming those who call out mass murder dictators are just as bad as the mass murderers and dictators. Get absolutely fucked in every way. I'm glad you're a one-hit wonder, you talentless bitch. And that is my Chud Watch. Hell yeah. What you guys think about that? Gays get killed in Russia? Yes, they do. Hey, but you and I are just as dark as Vladimir Putin, right? Right? Trump loves Z. True story. Made a lot of money from the Chinese government, that's for sure. Did someone say Bud Light? Hell, you got a Bud Light last night. It was all right. It's beer. We need a fascist tax, I wish. Oh, but not great on the taxation in this country, unfortunately. And last chance to get in your super chats before the halftime. Gonna do one more section. Gonna read every single super chat, so get them in as we do the what the fuck section. What the fuck? And first off on tonight's what the fuck, oh my god, conservative podcasts are so fucking cringe. They're so weird. They're just straight up evil. Everybody can see they're evil except for them, and I guess the people that listen to them. So here are women who went on a conservative podcast and are just trying to talk common sense to these evil shitheads. Let's see how that went.
Very, very young and goes into it.
Let me turn it up.
Very, very young and goes into a marriage and has kids when they're like 18, 19, 20. A year into the relationship, it gets really, really abusive. Even though it might be rare from what you guys think.
It is.
If it would happen, what would you recommend for those people? Would they divorce or do you want them to keep going in the relationship?
Keep going. You can't divorce. That's not a real thing.
Even though it might be like physically abusive?
Because you got to endure. People are too...
You want to stick into the relationship?
People are just...
See, I mean, look,
people
I'm gonna be
nowadays
honest.
are just...
For anyone that might be in that situation, what would you recommend?
Okay,
endure.
Would they give up divorce?
It is such an extreme example that I can't give a prescription for what other people should do.
What about if two people get married, they have a kid, and then the wife starts cheating? Do you think they should divorce?
Absolutely. Jesus himself said in cases of adultery, divorce is permissible.
You think that...
Yeah, if your husband beats the shit out of you, if he's physically abusive, if he might murder you, you have to stay in the relationship. That's just the way it is. But if you cheat on him, no, he should leave you immediately. That's biblical. Starting to think there might be a little bit of a double standard here, dudes. Holy God.
Divorce is worse than physical abuse.
For the children?
Or cheating, sorry. You think that cheating is worse than physical abuse?
For the children, yes.
Absolutely I think I'm not going to say
divorce,
this is worse.
Divorce is worse for the children.
Yeah, divorce is worse for the children than watching their mom get the shit kicked out of her. Just let the violence happen. Stay in the marriage. Totally cool. Eventually, they're going to pass a law to where you can't even leave your husband if you want to. And no-fault divorce. Stuck in these loveless marriages. And hey, dudes, if you knew that, you might want to get a taster for your food because they're going to poison the shit out of you. Yep. Women are their property. What the fuck? And folks, next up on What the Fuck, bodybuilders are getting so big these days. I just can't believe how big they're getting. I mean, look at the size of this bodybuilder. Look at that definition. Look how huge he is. Look at that. My God, can you get any bigger? Oh my God, what is that? Holy fuck. Kill it with fire. What is happening? Good Lord. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. I guess bodybuilders are not as big as I thought they were. And then, oh, what the fuck? Did you guys see this one? Holy shit, y'all. So, Texas Speaker of the House, Dade Fallon, went on the House floor and was clearly fucking hammered. And I've done the same thing where you're hammered, but you're trying to play it off like you're not hammered. So you're just slurring your words horribly, but you're just going with it. The alcohol lies to you. The alcohol makes you think, hey, nobody notices. You're doing fine. Hey, you do just as good when you're hammered as you do when you're sober. Lies, damnable lies. That's what it does because it wants you to drink more. The alcohol's not your friend anyway. Let me see if you guys can notice if he's a little bit drunk.
Mr. Speaker, I move adoption.
Mr. Campbell sent an amendment. The amendment is acceptable to the author. Is there objection to the opposite amendment? The chair has none. The amendment is adopted.
What?
The chair recognizes Mr. Johnson of Harris. Mr. Johnson of Harris to speak in opposition to the bill.
You want Niave? The chair recognizes Ms. Niave Criado to speak.
The chair recognizes Ms. Niave Criado to speak in opposition to the bill.
You're doing great. Let's watch the beginning again.
Mr. Speaker, I move adoption.
Mr. Campbell sent an amendment. The amendment is acceptable to the author. Is there objection to the opposite amendment? The chair has none. The amendment is adopted.
Nailed it. Nobody can tell, dude. You're totally killing this. You're so good at hiding your amazing drunkenness. What the fuck? Get that guy out of there. And did you guys hear about the murderer who got caught because he was shot by a 3-year-old? Yeah. 3-year-old shot and injured 2 people in Indiana, including man wanted for murder. A 3-year-old child shot and injured 2 people in Indiana, which led to the arrest of a man wanted for murder in Illinois, law enforcement told CNN. The child got access to a gun and fired 1 round, striking 2 people at an apartment in Lafayette. Police Department Justin Hartman told CNN. Officers responded to a local hospital where the 2 victims were being treated for the non-life-threatening injuries. After the shooting, Hartman said one of the victims is the child's mother, he added. Police did not say how the child was able to access the gun or what type of weapon was used. I can't wait till that guy gets to prison. He's going to be like, yeah, I'm a badass murderer. I murdered somebody. They'll be like, yeah, how'd you get caught? And he's going to be like, I got shot by a 3-year-old. Yeah. Not so tough now, are you, motherfucker? Welcome to America. It's crazy here. And that is my What the Fuck section. What do you guys think about that? Give him the reward. I know, right? Put it towards his college fund. Good job, kid, I guess. I'm going to guess. I had no idea I wasn't there, but I bet he was probably abusing the kid's mom, and so the kid grabbed the gun and shot him because of it. That's what I'm thinking probably happened. But don't quote me on that. Good times with guns, only in America. I know, right? Only way to stop a murderer. Good children with guns. And all right, let's read the super chats. Getting hammered is how some of those Republicans can look at themselves in the mirror after passing these bills. I guess that's true. They are lowlives. Hey, Dusty, I'm listening. Here's $5 for coffee. Hell yeah. What's up, Keep It Lover? Appreciate you and Urban Mosque. Victoria, what up, Victoria? Hit that thumbs up. Everybody, hit the like button. I've been forgetting to tell you guys to do it. It's the least you could do. Hit the fucking like button, fuckos. Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like Dusty when I'm angry. I'll cry. Carolyn McMickle. What's up, Carolyn 499? Thank you. Appreciate it. April S., the sexiest human being to ever grace us with her lovely presence. And I'm not just saying that because you gave me $50. I'm only sort of saying that. I grew up poor. Me too. And books were everything to me. Hell yeah, Stephen King. The public library and the school libraries were my way out of poverty. Republicans want people to be uneducated and impoverished. Yep, easier to control you when you're undereducated. I love the poorly educated, says Trump. Thank you, April. Very generous. And good to see you tonight. I appreciate you. Super chat, says Christopher Green. Hell yeah. Shoegazer Productions. Also, you mentioned Anthony Kiedis a few weeks ago. I've been trying to raise awareness about him for years. He bragged about what he did in his memoir. Yep. Another pedo adjacent. I guess he's in a feeble file. I don't want to split hairs on that, though. And it's a disappointment because my favorite band growing up was the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You should listen to their tape. Just dated myself every night. Wore that shit out. Sanctuary Inc., $50. What up? Very generous, Sanctuary Inc. Thank you. I have been your fan from the beginning. I love your show. I look forward to it. Hell yeah. You got more to look forward to. Count them, 3 shows a week, folks. Stepping up my game just for you guys. Reward me for it. Trump and Rudy did drag commercial. Yep, I remember that, but it's different when they do it. It's totally different. Deb Wicks, $5. Thank you, Deb. Appreciate you. Urban Mask, $10. Marge, sweaty and cleaning 155 pounds, being filmed by her drag dressing boyfriend. They probably had super hot missionary after that. Yep, and undoubtedly, the socks stayed on. Shoegazer, too bad. Maynard, James Keenan, was accused of raping a 17-year-old and generally being a creep. What? No way. Disappointed. Disappointed, Maynard. Psh, you can't trust a tool. Who can you trust? Charlie Kelly at $10. If you repeat a lie long enough, it becomes a fact. Yep, and the bigger the lie, the easier people will believe it, unfortunately. Venture Van, $20. What up, Dusty? What up, Venture Van? Did you get around to watching Cyberpunk Edge Runners? You know, I did download Cyberpunk Edge Runners, and I tried to watch it, and I did not care for it. I'm sorry. It's just not for me. Like, I don't normally like anime. I don't normally like cartoons. So some of them are okay, and some of them I don't really care for the aesthetic. And I just didn't really like the aesthetic of it. So, but I do appreciate the recommendation and the $20. And I listened. I did try. So you got to give me partial credit. Here's some money for the long weekend. Hell yeah. I'll be back Wednesday, so it's going to be a super long work week for me. Blood Moon, $20. Hey, thank you, Blood Moon. Cheers to you. Stay positive, bucko. It's just a little cat piss. I mean, it wasn't cat piss. It was vomit, and it destroyed my expensive Denon receiver that controlled my whole thing. Like, everything's running off that thing. So, like, part of my soul has been ripped out of my body. But, yeah, no big deal, the one stuff. But thank you for $20. I'm going to use your $20 and try to have it fixed. So, you are a hero. A Boogie Pussin, $5. Thank you, Boogie. I'm 50 years old today. Fucking old. Hell yeah. Happy birthday to you. Hey, 50's the new 20. So, enjoy that shit. It's the twilight years. $2, I beat boob cancer. Hell yeah. That cancer never stood a fucking chance. Your boobs crushed it. Congratulations, Jennifer D. Amtrak, $10. Dusty, I was laughing so hard doing your coverage of Ben Shapiro the other day. Thank you for the laughs. Ain't no problem. It's really easy to do. Just talking in a real nasally voice. Dave K. $11, New Zealand. Everyone needs Dusty Colty and his floof babies loving their lives. Let's get it out there. Lick or lick the stream. Yep. Like or lick the stream. Definitely hit the thumbs up. That would be very helpful. The algorithm goddess loves you. The algorithm loves when you guys like the video. Italian Soraks. Hell yeah, Wednesday shows. Our Wednesdays will be forever, brother. But work days will seem a little longer waiting. My show will help the workday go by a little faster. Just listen to it at work. Isaac 651, $20. I know it ain't much, but hopefully it all adds up, dude. It's very helpful. Hopefully it'll help a little with your new stereo system. Thanks for the content, Dusty. I appreciate you. Very generous, and it definitely does help. You guys going to help me get it fixed. I can feel whole again. And April S. with the socialism. You got to love it. You guys are so generous. Gave 5 Cult of Dusty memberships. And you guys, if you're not gifted one, can buy a Cult of Dusty membership for $2.99. You get customized emojis to spam the chat with, a cool trans rights, power fist, and access to all the after parties, so you know you want to do it. All the good kids are. Be sure to sign up. There's a button down here that lets you do that. Become a Dust Buddy today. Big Black Corvette. Dusty, it's okay, brother. I build speaker boxes for cars and homes as a hobby. I will gladly build you a sub box and donate it to you. It will be one less thing to have to pay for. Music is life. And Jesus, Scotty, hell yeah, I might take you up on that. It's not for my car, though. It's for my house. Can you build me like a sub box for the... It's not a sub box, though. Don't worry about it. Your donation is good enough, Big Black Corvette. I do appreciate it, though. And You know, my love for music, man. It really hurt me. 3 shows a week would be awesome. Hell yeah, I got to step my game up. It's about time. I should have done it a long time ago, but better late than never. Blazing Chronic became a dustman. Hell yeah, welcome to the cool kids. Blazing Chronic, spam the chat with impunity. The one stuff, I can give you $5. Do you have change for a 10? I do not, but I will take your 10 and I'll put it to good use. Thank you, hero, that one stuff. Maximum, SS, 1975, $10. Thank you, Maximus. Same birthday as me. And Crash 58, imagine if Elon starts Twitter Kids, the horror. Would be surprised. Grooming the kids and... from Maximus, hell yeah, thank you, appreciate it. Very generous, all you heroes, means a lot. And folks, if you love my show, also please consider becoming a patron. Patreon.com/podcast. There's a link in the description of this video. Click on the description. Click on my Patreon. You get access to all the exclusive content. I don't sell nothing. I don't con anybody out of money. I make every penny I make by just making more content. And it's whatever you can afford. You just basically donate whatever you think is appropriate for all the hours of endless entertainment I have provided for you guys for free. So join my Patreon. Get access to the after party tonight. We have another good after party. Look forward to seeing you guys there. Thank you in advance. And now, got to do a little something I like to call Here Shall Be Elon. Short Elon section. I'm actually kind of sick of talking about Elon, but we got to talk about him because he's the second richest man in the world. Sometimes the richest, sometimes the second richest. It kind of fluctuates, but he fucking the world up and destroying Twitter. Twitter's dying before our very eyes, and it's a beautiful thing. I mean, it's not beautiful because Twitter is or was useful in spreading progressive ideology and whatnot, but it's great that a chud like Elon Musk is losing all this money. Going to lose $44 billion. Imagine what he could have done with that money, folks. It looks very much like Twitter's going to go bankrupt. He's going to lose all $44 million. Imagine, he could have ended world hunger. Literally. He was supposed to. He claimed he was going to do it. But instead of all the good he could have done, he literally just set it on fire for a vanity project. He set $44 billion on fire in order to look cool for I Am Mouse Chong and Cat Turd. That's the level of degenerate we're dealing with here. Bottom of the barrel humans. And first off, on He Shall Be Elon. The Elon Musk sycophants are finally getting treated the way they treated everybody else, and they can't stand it. You guys remember when blue check marks actually meant something? When they were to show who was really who they said they were, what public figure was real, what accounts are real. And Chud's conservatives hated it. They made fun of blue check marks. They continuously shit on anybody who had a blue check mark and disregarded their opinion based solely on the fact they had a blue check mark. If you had either a blue check mark or pronouns in your bio, they used that as a reason to totally disregard whatever you were saying. Case in point, movie bad motto back in 2020. It's funny because the more blue check marks I see, the more I realize they're out of touch with the average view. Blue check marks tend to have the worst taste in movies. Go figure. Another blue check mark moron who lives in a bubble. So brave and interesting. All the blue check marks are dead giveaways. Yeah, all you fucking blue check marks. If I see a blue check mark, I just disregard you immediately. Now Elon took over and he has bought his blue check mark, and suddenly, new rule. If you use someone having a blue check mark as a negative, you have nothing to say or contribute. It's such a tribalistic and idiotic reduction that has no attribution. You're just telling everyone you have no argument and want to act petty. It's transparent. Oh, you don't say. Amazing how you just turned around a complete 180 there when you're the one with the blue check mark. Interesting. Definitely not a hypocrite at all there, Rob. And then over there on Elon Musk's Twitter, once again, the blue check marks used to be a sign of what accounts were real, what accounts were fake. You could tell real news from fake news easily, but now you can't do that because any Joe can just buy a blue check mark for $8. Case in point, Bloomberg Feed, which is a fake account, bought a blue check mark for $8. And then they temporarily crashed our economy by putting out this tweet: large explosion near the Pentagon complex in Washington, D.C. Initial report with this picture of a Pentagon bombing, folks. Was retweeted all over Twitter by such accounts like Russia Today, yeah. Elon Musk, Johnny on the spot to be the mouthpiece for Russia. A Russian disinfo agent. Here they are. Russia Today reports an explosion near Pentagon in Washington, D.C. This fake fucking picture. So, yeah. Briefly, before people realized it was just an AI-generated pic, the markets briefly dipped after that picture was released. They went back up later. But this is the future, folks. Really, the only way we were able to tell fake news from real news was the blue check marks. And Elon Musk has completely destroyed their usefulness. So here's the future. Just nothing but fake information, AI pictures, bullshit all over Twitter every day. No way to tell fake from real anymore. Which is why people are fleeing from Twitter in droves. Gonna be the new MySpace before you know it. And I love it when Elon Musk is hoisted by his own petard. So the AP News posts a story that's obviously true. We all know it's true. Our own eyes tell us it's true. But the story is, false claims of a stolen election thrive unchecked on Twitter, even as Musk promotes conspiracy theories. So Elon Musk is like pissed. He's like, false claims of stolen elections are not thriving. Prove it, AP. Either back up your claims with actual source data or retract your story. I'm going to sue you. What is your evidence that false claims of stolen elections thrive unchecked on Twitter? And then immediately, hilariously, the blue check marks who get top billing now on every thread flooded his comment to let him know that the AP is right and they are all conspiracy theorists who believe the election is rigged. First post under him, the proof it was rigged is the 30% approval rating of the current bag of oatmeal in the White House. And then post after post after post underneath Elon Musk proved the AP correct. He's like, prove it. And then under his post, I'm not sure how much I'm thriving on Twitter, but I'm an election denier. Drop boxes aren't secure. Mail-in voting for every resident is as faulty plan at best. Signature checkers can see how the person voted and use clear bias if they want, and very old tech trying to look. Dinesh D'Souza, they have no source data, and then there's this, 2,000 mules, so awesome. Love to see him get proven wrong by his own people. And because of, the blue checkmark fiasco that he created. And, going full conspiracy theory, folks. Here he is signal boosting for accounts that are claiming January 6th wasn't Trump supporters. They were inspired and instigated by the United States government because they can take no responsibility for anything they've done, folks. Michael Schellenberger, blue check mark, says, indeed, there may have been hundreds of undercover government agents and informants, both local and federal, in the January 6th crowd, according to one January 6th witness. Oh, well, there's a good source of information. A January 6th witness. There were 100 to 200 Secret Service agents alone at the Capitol before and during the breach of the police barriers. How did you know that there were Secret Service agents? Did you count 100 to 200? And who are you? And of course, Elon Musk, exclamation point, exclamation point. I got a signal boost for this ridiculous conspiracy theory that gives Trump an out and takes any responsibility away from the people that actually try to overthrow our government, install Trump as a dictator, and put it on the government. Super cool. This is why you're going bankrupt. And here's the crazy thing, about Elon Musk. On that last video I showed you of him where he was misquoting the Princess Bride, and he's like, this reminds me of the Princess Bride, where they said, offer me money, offer me power. I don't care. I don't care. I'll say whatever I want to. I don't care if it loses me money. The stupid part about that is it's not even his money he's mostly losing. It's his investors. I'm pretty sure when he went to Saudi Arabia, when he went to all the investors to get the money to buy Twitter, he didn't tell them, I don't care if I lose money. I will say whatever I want. I know he didn't say that. I wonder how they feel about him now saying, I don't care how much of your money I lose. I'm just going to say whatever I want to spread any kind of conspiracy theory. I hope they sue this motherfucker into the ground. They probably won't, but they probably could and should. It's damn easy to lose other people's money. And yeah, then he starts shitting on Bernie Sanders for being too rich, y'all. The second richest man on earth, worth $180 billion, shitting on Bernie Sanders for having too much money. Unusual Whale says Bernie Sanders doubled his income last year by writing a best-selling book that condemns capitalism. And then Elon Musk is like, Bernie Sanders leaving his third lakefront property to go speak about the evils of wealth and capitalism. I mean, Bernie Sanders doesn't make that much money. And like literally no one says that you should be able to write a book and make royalties off your book. None of the arguments for like socialism or higher tax brackets make that hypocritical whatsoever, Elon Musk. But for you to come out and post a picture of Bernie Sanders as Scrooge McDuck, like, holy shit, how is this real life right now? As unserious as it fucking could possibly get. And of course, folks, rewriting reality is what conservatives do. Here's I Am Mouse Chong. Apparently, Mark Zuckerberg is creating an alternative to Twitter, which is a great fucking idea. And I don't like Mark Zuckerberg. I don't like billionaires. But if I had to choose between Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, I would choose Mark Zuckerberg every single day of the week. At least Mark Zuckerberg pretty much stays out of the spotlight. He doesn't use Facebook as his platform to spread all his bullshit right-wing ideas, you know. He just sort of stays in the background, keeps his mouth shut. Much better alternative. I hope they get this out quickly so everybody can flee Twitter and sign up for something new. But then I Am Out Sean posts this. It says Zuckerberg does it again. And it's Mark Zuckerberg copying off Elon Musk's test. Like Elon Musk created Twitter or something. The fuck you talking about? Elon Musk didn't create Twitter. He purchased it for $44 billion and now he's destroying it. Lost already over half its value and headed for bankruptcy. So just so fucking stupid. But he's got to suck up to Elon Musk because he makes so much money off Elon Musk. He knows with this new podcast that he's doing, with his fake American accent and his stupid fucking toupee. He knows that Elon Musk will be signal boosting for him and he'll make hundreds of thousands of dollars for the richest man in the world who has the most Twitter followers, continuously retweeting you and messaging you publicly. All it does is help these guys, so they have to suck his nuts every chance they can get, no matter how foolish, ridiculous, and embarrassing it is. Talk about a fucking cuck. And then, of course, Elon Musk, the cringiest human on the planet, invited the Babylon Bee to Twitter headquarters. Yeah, having a drink and convo with a few friends. So hilarious, the Babylon Bee. Cringe. Imagine how lame you would have to be to think the Babylon Bee is funny. Elon Musk levels of cringe. Something wrong with that dude. And then, good news. As I said, Elon is MySpacing Twitter right now. Fewer Americans are using Twitter since Musk took over, a Pew survey. 20% of women and 30% of men said they were not likely to continue using Twitter in a year. People are tuning out. They're sick of Elon Musk's antics and good. I have to use Twitter because it's my job to cover it, but none of you should. Don't worry about it. I will tell you everything you need to know. Unsubscribe from that shit. Make sure he has as low numbers as possible. Eventually, Twitter to zero. Whenever something else comes out, we can all switch to fuck this site. And lastly but not least, I love this suggestion from Alasdair Beckett King. Conservatives are always saying, hey, if you took rich people's money from them, if you took every penny they had away from them, they would just get it all back again because they're the best among us. They're the smartest. They work the hardest. And regardless of what you do to them, they're just going to make that money again. And as Beckett says, if you took a billionaire's money away, they would just earn it back again. The cream rises to the top. I'm so confident about this, I think we should prove it by taking all billionaires' money away. Hell yeah, let's do it. Let's start with Elon. And then if they're really as smart as they claim they are, they'll just have the money again in no time, right? So, excellent idea. Alice there, King Shed, and all right, that is my He Shall Be Elon coverage. Do you guys hate him as much as I do? I'm sure you must. I'm sure you must. Ha 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 ha! Punny. That's how cults work, does to you. It is a cult for sure. Just another version of Donald Trump. Does that mean the two people in that meme will fail the test? Probably so, yes. They are doomed. Facebook is horrible too. Yes, Facebook is horrible, but it's not as bad as Elon Musk's Twitter. There's no real competition between the two at the moment. And move right along, folks. It's time for... First off, on tonight's Woke Panic. This week, the thing that the chuds are all upset about is Target. Apparently, Target has released a new line of gay, lesbian, and trans-friendly swimwear that has a wider crotch for easier tucking. Cool. Target is one of the latest companies to have received backlash and boycott calls from a number of conservative figures amid pushback over its recently released range of clothing and accessories for LGBTQ plus Pride Month. Videos have been shared on social media showing items for the retailer's collection. One clip showed a t-shirt with the slogan, "Trans people will always exist," and a baby grow feature the words, "Buying Proud," the colors of the LGBTQ plus flag. It also includes a rainbow neck pillow, multicolored fairy lights, as well as a trans flag. There have also been photos that have been shared online of a bathing suit sewed at Target that includes tuck-friendly tailoring and extra crotch coverage to accommodate a wider customer base. Now, clearly, they don't give a fuck, folks. There's not really enough trans people to make a lot of money off of. So I think Target is just trying to create controversy because they know all these people will freak out and talk about them and they'll get free advertisement, right? Marketing 101, it seems like, and it worked. The chuds were incensed, angry, and outraged. This is their new outrage this week. The new thing to scare the old people with. First off, Megyn Kelly is all mad about it. She's posting comedian, in quotes, Chrissy Marr, who says, "Thanks to Target, I found the perfect swimwear for creeping out all the women and children at the pool this summer. Can't wait to tuck my cock into this little number while sipping a Bud Light," and showing the picture that says tuck friendly construction, extra crotch coverage. Oh no, not trans friendly swimwear. I mean, you could just ignore it, walk away, mind your own fucking business, but no, piss baby snowflakes gotta cry because that's all they do. So Megyn Kelly had to get in on it. She's like, no woman needs to tuck anything. We have vaginas, and we are the only ones who do. Oh, and we don't need our kids seeing this shit when we walk down the aisles at Target. What your kids doing looking at swimsuits at Target? Your kids wouldn't even know about this if you guys didn't post it all over the goddamn internet. You are the ones making sure they see this shit. Megyn wasn't the only person. Nazi Barbie, Tommy Lauren, was like, Target has gone full woke. And it's repugnant. Newsflash, 98% of your customers are shopping at Target for toilet paper and mascara, not trans chest binders and whatever other weird shit you are now virtue signaling this summer. Weird times. Yeah, it's weird that you guys give a shit about this. It's weird that they can do stuff like this to get extra advertising from idiots that can't shut the fuck up about it. It is weird. If only you would fucking ignore it. And Candace Owens also angry. Candace is like, I cannot state enough how important it is for people to choose not to shop at Target. There has never been a company that has been more pro-transgenderism than Target. Shop anywhere else. Yeah, you guys are going to have a hard time shopping. Can't shop at Walmart, can't shop at Target, got to boycott Amazon, can't drink Bud Light, can't do anything anymore if you're conservative. Seems bad. Just stay at your house and wear a potato sack, I guess. And Steven Crowder also out there spreading the fear and the panic, wanting everybody to boycott Target. Hey, remember, folks, it's not cancel culture when they do it.
We always try and offer you some solutions in your life because most of your chats are, hey, what can I do?
Right.
Okay. your boycott has worked. I want you to now apply that to Target.
I found the tuck bathing suits, the tuck friendly bathing suits. So if you need a women's bathing suit and you have a little extra meat down there that you got to hide, you have one option.
There's a portion of this country to whom the Salvation Army Santas and ringing is more offensive than a bulge-hiding bathing suit for a child.
Steve, are there that many people that are for a bathing suit with a bulge in it?
No.
Or is it they're giving us the perception that
You're absolutely no. There is
neither. They're marketing. They're trying to get free advertising from your show that gets 120,000 live viewers at a time, gets millions of views.
That much demand.
I don't even mean specifically that product, but I'm just saying there's not that much. Right?
No, it's very, very small
a
percentage.
Small demographic.
Yeah, but it's increased dramatically in one generation in specific cities because of peer pressure.
Because you guys have blown it out of proportion, and rebels always do what you tell them not to do, especially when you're a conservative shithead. The more you are transphobic, the more you complain, the more you whine, the more they want to do it to put it in your fucking face. So yes, you guys are helping cause the trend, to be honest with you. And you love it. You're doing it on purpose because it gives you something to whine about, complain about, make money off of, which you are doing. The grift keeps on rolling. And also, OAN anchor Allison Steinberg, she kind of cute, but she dumb, which makes her ugly. Also, flip it out. Let's have a look.
Well, I finally made my way to the queer section of Target, and it's actually worse than I ever imagined. The
had to turn around backwards, y'all. That'll show them.
Friendly construction is alive and well. As you can see, they have a full selection, so clearly it's not doing too well. But
you know, they restock shelves when people buy things. That's sort of how the whole retail industry works.
this is just out of control. I mean, really? The queer section is bad. Just come on over to the cards
I didn't think the queer section was bad.
section. We're looking in the baby aisle.
Okay.
There'll be such amazing moms.
Oh no.
2 dads. There are more cards congratulating 2 same-sex parents than there are regular male-female parents.
That's definitely
And then
not
we
true.
head over to the wedding section. Hers and hers, Mrs. and Mrs.
Cool.
I mean, this is completely out of control.
Yeah, horrible that companies can sell whatever they want to whoever the fuck they want to sell them to. Remember when conservatives used to like capitalism? They used to believe stores should do what the fuck they wanted to. Now it's just whining about everything constantly. That's all they fucking do. And still mad about the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition having a attractive trans lady, Kim Petras, on the cover. Megyn Kelly says, SI swimsuit cover featuring trans pop star Kim Petras will be turned off to teen boys. Yeah, and the responses, folks. She still farts like a man. No procedure changes that. Oh, gotcha, trans people. No matter how many hormones you take, no matter how much surgery you get, you still fart like a man. You know how men have a specific way of farting that women just can't replicate? Checkmate. Shh. Can't come back from that, trans people. Game over, man. Game over. And conservative anchor Anna Perez believes that these plus size and trans models on the cover of Sports Illustrated are part of some kind of global conspiracy theory meant to depopulate us. Okay, I'll be open about it. Let's have a listen.
Obviously, the biological fat woman is still a better option than a biological male parading as a woman. However, because a year passed, it became normalized that we were at the very least not going to advertise healthy, fertile women. Okay, so now they...
Healthy, fertile women are advertised fucking everywhere. 98% of the ads are still your traditional thin model.
took it a step further and showed you a man who obviously isn't even a woman on the cover. See how that works? I bet now you wish you had the...
it's not obvious that Kim Petras is not a woman. It's very obvious she is a woman.
big fatty on the cover, right? But now even that's been accomplished, so they're going to move on to putting a man on the cover. See what I mean? See how that works? If they put a fatty on the cover and for another year, we'd probably just shrug our shoulders. Maybe I wouldn't have even done a show about it.
Yeah, you would have bitched. You know you would have bitched. What the fuck are you even talking about? It's literally your job to spread fake outrage.
Because they're slowly rewiring you to find those things attractive. That's slowly becoming normal. So what does that equate to? Well, over time, men will start to find all of those things normal and start to try and reproduce with those people. And that'll become the new normal. Fat people, transgenders, and suddenly we'll all be sleeping with people who are unhealthy and therefore unable to reproduce.
She figured it out, folks. She figured out her dastardly plan to make men attracted to transgender women, so they'll try to procreate with them. Just makes sense, yo. And we all know that fat women can't have kids, so depopulation.
What does that mean? It's all part of the elite's depopulation agenda.
Definitely.
The media is largely controlled by the elites, okay? By people who want to see through this agenda of depopulation, particularly in the West, but ultimately worldwide.
So, oh no, folks, don't have sex with transgender people or fat people. It's just the media trying to end our human race by making you to have babies. Sure, that's nothing to do with the fact that Sports Illustrated just wants to make money by creating controversy and outrage and you guys give them free advertising. Nope, it's the elites and their depopulation agenda. Because of course it is. Just makes sense. And then MAGA turds and racists using AI to, I guess, own the libs. Spread their woke panic. But this is the best they can come up with, folks. They're so cringe. Good God.
All right, everyone. So it's Friday night. I'm getting ready to go out. I'm feeling kind. But before I go out, I got to pregame. And the only way I pregame is with an ice cold Bud Light. So good. Happy Friday.
I mean, you're just making him look cooler. You know that, right? This isn't the ownage you think it is. Makes me want a Bud Light. And yep, this is how he triggers the chodes. Get him, Dark Brandon. And Newsmax hiring children. I believe the children are dumb as shit because apparently Newsmax finding tiny chuds to try to brainwash the next generation into also being conservatives. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think you guys are going to do well with the youth vote, no matter how many of these idiot little children you get on there to say stupid shit like this.
Conservatives are brought up and raised to have a amazing mindset and to have a work ethic and to, if you want something, put the work in for it, and are just generally happier. And liberals, they can find in pronouns and all of these other things that don't really mean anything.
Yeah, they can find in these pronouns and all of this other stuff. It's all they fucking got, folks. Literally, the transgender issue is all they have, and they're brainwashing the kids with it. And yeah, conservatives have such a good work ethic. They'll work their ass off for minimum wage, and they'll be happy to get it. Yeah, fuck that, you bootlickers. No shit, you're bootlickers. Every one of you's a goddamn cuck. I wouldn't be fucking bragging about it, little kid. And then, speaking of woke, folks,
let me just start.
Somebody put a collage together on Fox News of all the times recently they've tried to define the word woke. Let's see if there is a meaningful, reasonable definition of the word that they can come up with.
Let me just start with this whole thing about woke. We all know what woke means.
Being woke means never having to say you're sorry.
Woke means never letting anyone say they're sorry.
Woke is racist.
Big woke means equity, diversification, gender, and racial disparities.
This wokeness that's happening at Madison's house and Jefferson's house, where all they do is talk about slavery.
Wokeism is about murdering fun.
You know what woke means? It means you're a loser.
Woke madness now is drag queens and children and church.
The woke is the new religion of the left.
The new hip woke is to not like the Jews.
What does it mean to be woke? I don't know what the definition of woke so much is. I do know that I think most people don't want to be lectured by companies.
There you have it, folks. A direct, clear definition of what woke is. Definitely just not a catch-all that they use as a fear-mongering tactic, a buzzword that doesn't actually mean anything. A true story. And then, you know what the new thing that's all woke that the chuds hate is? The new Indiana Jones movie. Can't believe how horrible it is. It's so woke. First off, they mad at this joke, folks. Remember how it's the left who can't take a joke? The left that gets mad about jokes? Now, they mad at this one, folks. So Indiana Jones is like, you stole it. And then the bad guy is like, then you stole it. And then the woman is like, and then I stole it. It's called capitalism. Oh, snap. I can't believe they dared make a joke about capitalism. Fuck this woke piece of shit. Indiana Jones is dead to me. Dead, I say. And one of my favorite sites is Hollywood in Toto. It's a site that goes and bitches about every single movie for being too woke. Didn't miss a beat with the Indiana Jones movie. So apparently the reason this movie's woke and they hate it is because this woman is in it, and this woman is Indiana Jones' goddaughter, and they cannot fucking stand the fact that she's a badass. Can't have a woman in a movie. That's woke. Who cares if Indiana Jones is 90 years old and gonna break a hip if he steps incorrectly? Better have him be a badass and no women or anything. So yeah, it's doing really bad on Rotten Tomatoes already. They're review bombing it and everything because that's what they do. They're totally infested with the woke mind virus. Everything they see is woke. Everywhere they go, woke. They just can't shut the fuck up about it. And then, speaking of the woke mind virus, folks, causing people to act in ways that normally they would immediately understand as embarrassing, cringe, ridiculous. This guy driving down the road sees a house that has an LGBT flag on the outside of their own house, decides to pull over, walk down their long driveway, and yell at them over what they've chosen as their freedom of speech to display on their own house.
Hey, can I help you?
What makes you guys think it's right to fly that flag?
Because we're Americans. We can do whatever the fuck we want to on our own property. Get the fucking step in, you asshole. What gives you the right to come to somebody else's property and tell them what they can't and cannot do on their own fucking property, you goddamn fascist? Get fucked.
The conservative down.
I mean, my right as a community member. You can please get off my property before I call the police.
Call them all you want. It's not acceptable anymore.
Totally cool.
That flag is not accepted here.
That when no one gives a shit.
And why exactly is it not acceptable?
Disgusting agenda.
What agenda? You're the one pushing your agenda, walking onto somebody else's property.
Yeah, his agenda's fine. To walk on private property and try to intimidate and insult someone because they have a flag you don't like. That's not an agenda at all. They're the ones with the agenda. Get his license plate. Let's name and shame this fuck. Hell no. Wonder where he works. Somebody find out. Should definitely be against the law to do shit like that. That's intimidating as fuck. Walk on somebody's property and in a very threatening manner. And then, folks, apparently Blizzard hates hot women. It's true. They got a new game out, Diablo 4, and all the females are ugly. This is Diablo 4's females. We will never see Blizzard make females sexy again unless they hire people who love beauty. And this person says, hey, stupid, there's this thing in Diablo now called a character creator. You can choose how you want your character to look. You are so desperate to have sexy characters. Make one when the game comes out since you didn't get early access. Can't imagine why. You seem so smart. But says, I play both betas. Beta Sorcerer is the only feminist body sexy type. But her face along with the other classes look like men and the druid can't be sexy. She's fat by default. Just like how Necro is anorexic. If I can make them all slim sexy, I would. But Blizzard is scared of beauty. That's right. I can't whack off to my characters in Diablo because of wokeness. So I'm like, oh, is Blizzard really scared of beauty? Is that true? So I was like, well, what's Blizzard's #1 game? Overwatch. Overwatch is #1 game. All right, well, let's go look at Overwatch and see if there are any hot women in Overwatch, or let's see if they hate beauty. So I just searched for hot women in Overwatch, and holy shit. Yeah, there are a lot of hot women in Overwatch, just saying. That's some sexy game. Hey, hot dudes. Look at all these hot dudes. Oh my God, each one of them got cum gutters. Just think of how much cum you can fit in all those cum gutters. That's a lot of cum, y'all. Damn, I gotta check out this game. It is sexy as fuck. And that is my woke panic. Hell yeah. Show me some love, DSPs. Oh my God, LOL, haha, yep. I know they are so pathetic. Gotta find something to bitch about continuously. Their minds are completely warped and infected. Thanks, Elon. What a loser. That guy was a fucking loser. Name and shame his ass. Coom! I know I'm cooming everywhere. Skeet, skeet, skeet. Overwatch forum keeps the game going. Yep. Not that I would know anything about that. Wink. And move right along, folks. Be sure to get your super chats in. Gonna do, I guess we're gonna do most of the rest of the show. Still got plenty of time, but do it anyway. Earlier, better. Because right now, it's a short religious bullshit. Everybody sing! Religious bullshit. Motherfucking bullshit. Bullet bullshit. It's time! It is time for religious bullshit. Yeah, it is. And starting us off, as we usually do, Hate Pastor Jason Grabber. I'm not even going to tell you what he says. Let's just watch it together.
Any parents that would have their child have a transgender surgery done on them, any parent that would do that, they just need to be shot in the back of the head. They need to be convicted in trial and immediately shot in the back of the head. Okay? And then we can string them up above a bridge.
Totally cool.
And so that the public can see the consequences of that kind of wickedness.
Uh-huh.
And so there should be no excuse to not put these people to death. No excuse whatsoever.
Okay.
And go ahead and turn to Ephesians chapter number 4.
No,
and let me tell you, there are very, very few people out there in the world today that are actually fighting the spiritual fight.
Like
I want you to go ahead and find me another preacher in Spokane that preached a message where they said that these child molesters, that these child butchers, that these all the LGBTQ people that desire strange flesh, that they should all be put to death in a public execution by the government. Find me the preacher that says that. I want to see him.
That's right. You guys can't find a single other preacher that's as big of a piece of shit as I am. I'm way bigger piece of shit than anybody, so game on. Yeah, we'd be bragging about that, dude. Good God. But hey, at least you're destroying Christianity, so thank you for ensuring you never get the youth vote again. You're amazing. And then this week, apparently, Sean Fetch, we're trying to make Fetch a thing. It's not going to ever be a thing, is threatening to sue people because they're saying that he's having an affair with Lauren Boebert. I also posted and insinuated that he is fucking the snot out of Lauren Boebert. I have no evidence of this except God. What's that? They are anal? All anal? Only anal? Okay, God says it's only anal, so I guess that doesn't count. Anyway, Sean Fetch says, this is false and defamatory. I'm giving everyone making this accusation 24 hours to retract and apologize. I didn't say this, folks. God said it. So if he wants to sue me over this, he has to prove that God doesn't exist and then God didn't tell me. Good luck, Fetch. If you don't, you'll hear from my lawyer. I want to hear from your lawyer. I think that would be a very interesting conversation that I would get lots of attention and publicity sharing with everybody. And I still think they're having an affair, folks. I don't have any evidence of it, but that's just what I believe. And everybody's entitled to their beliefs, right? It's America. And just to show you how ridiculous this guy is, folks, even more cringe than you could ever possibly imagine. And this does seem like the exact type of guy that Lauren Boebert would have an affair with. Cringe warning.
It's all part of the king coming back. That's what we're practicing for.
Why are you talking like this?
That's why hell hates it that we're worshiping at every capital across America.
I know. Don't we all hate it, folks? Hell, we hate it.
That's why we get called, well, you're a Christian nationalist. You want the kingdom to be the government. Yes. You want God to come and overtake the government. Yes. You want Christians to be the only ones that, yes, we do.
No, you're batshit crazy. You want to take over everything. That's why we oppose you.
We want God to be in control of everything.
No, you don't. God doesn't exist. At least not the God you're talking about. You want your cult to be in charge of everything and force everybody to be in your cult. That's why we will fight you to the fucking death.
We want believers to be the ones writing the laws. Yes, guilty as charged.
Yep.
I mean, it's funny when I meet Christians where I'm like, I'm like, have you read the Great Commission? Like, this is actually what we want. Guilty.
Yep, guilty. So definitely slamming the stuffing out of Lauren Boebert. Allegedly, in my opinion. And then, the religious bullshit. There's no hate like Christian love, folks. This lady apparently was volunteering at a food pantry at our Catholic church. And I guess the poors coming in to get the free food weren't dirty enough for her. They were definitely sexy enough, but not dirty enough. They didn't hold their head low enough. They didn't bow and scrimp enough for her. So she just couldn't volunteer her time anymore. Dee Dee says, blue check mark, I volunteered at a Catholic food pantry for a long while. After months of watching low-income people on government assistance show up at our door week after week in brand new cars, their children dressed better than mine, I stopped volunteering. They would bop on in like they were on a weekly jaunt to the grocery store. No modesty, no gratefulness, nothing but expectation and entitlement. All we did was enable these people to work the system instead of making them go out and work jobs. The Dems hook these people in and make them rely on the system. The Dems make them believe they deserve the benefits, and they don't realize they are just being handled. Democrats are evil. Yeah, we want poor people to be fed and poor children to be clothed. So evil, aren't we? And I agree with Michael Hobbs, who said, this is something I recognize from growing up in the church, a conception of poverty that is primary about aesthetics. Poor people have to look poor and perform gratitude at all times because helping them is really about you feeling like a good person. Exactly what it is. A virtue signaling. She doesn't actually care about the people. She just wants to feel good, like she's doing something good. And if she doesn't get that feeling, then fuck everybody. And then she got rightly called out for it, mocked on the internet relentlessly. And so she put out another follow-up tweet, which didn't help. Dee Dee says, good morning. Yesterday, I was brutally attacked by the left for tweeting about my personal volunteer experience. At first, I was like anyone with a soul would be, defensive, hurt, confused, and angry. These people, in quotes, were unjustifiably attacking my character. We were totally justified. You're a bitch. But then I realized it was nothing more than a coordinated attack against me. But most likely by bots and AI. Definitely. It's not me, folks. It's bots and shit. Real people don't hate my guts. It's the robots. I say this because although there had been negative comments here and there, I was simultaneously attacked by hundreds upon hundreds of so-called liberal accounts within minutes. I was attacked both on my feed and DMs. It was as if an alarm clock went off at Twitter headquarters and the hounds were released. It just got posted and retweeted by some popular Twitter users. That's how fucking Twitter works, you idiot. Going back to look at the comments, I noticed that there are 0 typos. 0! That's because it's liberals and left-wing people shitting on you. We're actually highly fucking educated and care about what we say, so we spell check and whatnot. None of the accounts had editing capabilities. Yeah, no blue check marks. We don't need them, you fucking idiot. I also noticed that the sentence structure and the theme of the remarks were all identical, just different wording. They took one thought from my tweet and ran with it thousands of times. Sure, Jan. Post some of these. Let's see it. But whatever they tell themselves, in order to assuage their own guilt, make themselves feel like they're not Karens that have got called out for everybody. It's not me, it's everybody else. It's always the way. And then one more on religious bullshit, folks. And yep. There are so many of these, I quit covering them, folks. I quit covering all the religious child molestations because it gets too depressing. It gets too repetitive. But here's an example. Baltimore's Catholic Church sexually abused at least 600 children, over 60 years. Maryland Attorney General says this is one city in one state, folks. One city, 600 children from one church. This is not every church in one city. This is one denomination, the Catholic denomination, in one city. Multiply this 600 times every fucking city in every state of the country. No, every city in every country in the world. And it's not just this one church, it's every church. So every church in every city in every country in the world. That's how many children they're molesting. 0 boycotts, 0 Proud Boys marching, 0 right-wing Twitter accounts doxing these people because they don't give a fuck. It's not about your kids. They hate your kids. It's just about transphobia and bigotry, and that is my religious bullshit. Do we agree? No child's behind left. I know, right? Catholic motto. The red words get you higher. I've ripped them out. I've smoked them. Can't confirm. The red words get you high as fuck. Diety is a dodo. True story. No wonder the Catholic Church is dying. Not fast enough. Faster, faster. Pussycat kill. Move right along, folks. Get your super chats in. We got 2 more sections to go. It's trash time. Trash world, a trash world. It's a dumpster fire and it's hellish. It's a trash world. It's a trash world, you know. Everything sucks all of the time. It's a trash world. Trash world. And tonight on Trash World, starting us out, you cis women who are conservatives, who are transphobic, you think you're safe? Hell no, you're not safe. A lesbian cisgender woman is escorted out of a women's bathroom by police because a Karen called the cops on her thinking she was a man. Here's the transvestigators back at it.
This is a girl, and you guys are harassing her because she's a dyke. And I'm in the back. I'm a fucking female. This is a girl. Do I have to tell you again?
You have ID?
No, I do not.
Get out. Get out.
Genital inspections, please. Show us your genitals. Hey, if it makes you more comfortable, we'll go in this stall privately and inspect your genitals. Super cool. Small government people.
Then out. You got no ID, get out.
This is so sad.
Sue.
Out.
Oh, and she's a girl and you're yelling in her face. That's crazy. Don't worry, I got you.
Big man. Big man. What? Forcing a woman out of a woman's restroom for no fucking reason. America.
Oh, look what you. Oh, okay.
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
Man, that is a fucking girl. That is a girl.
Let's go. Let's go. You have no ID. Let's go. Time to go, sir.
So you're saying you have to have an ID to go to the bathroom?
Get out of my way. You can all leave if you want to.
We're all leaving. We are all leaving. Like I said, this is a girl. Don't put your hands on a girl.
Let's go. Come on. No ID.
That's fucking. I don't.
Yep. Gonna have to have an ID to go to the bathroom in this country anymore. Or else they have a right to assault you, to intimidate you, to push you out. Awesome job, conservatives. Amazing free country you've created for us all. Thank you. It's trash, dudes. And yeah, this shit's insane. So, CNN's Elle Reeve interviewing Moms for Liberty, and as always, scapegoating teachers. Teachers are the new enemy, folks. It's the teachers who are the real evil in our society. They're trying to destroy the family unit for some reason. Don't think about it, even though most teachers are married and have their own families. Their transgender agenda is specifically been put in place by the teachers' unions in order to destroy the family unit.
Behind your parents' back. I got your back. I mean, there's a clear move to bring more of that into our schools, and it's just not the school's place.
So, what I feel like you're strongly implying, and I would like to get your take on, because I don't want to attribute something that you don't think, but to me it sounds like you're saying there's some kind of high-level coordinated effort to make more children trans and gay.
Yeah.
Well, who's directing that?
Teachers unions and our president and a lot of funding sources, and teachers unions are also heavily backing the curriculum that we're bringing into schools.
Why would they want more kids to be gay and trans?
Because it breaks down the family unit, which breaks down traditional conservative values. It breaks down a lot of things in this country. It changes the way that people think. It changes the way that people handle politics.
Of course, there's no evidence of a coordinated plot to make kids trans.
When I hear those thoughts about like some sort of concerted effort to make people gay, does it sound like a conspiracy theory to you?
It's not a conspiracy theory that the state, whether you're talking about Colorado or the federal government, is taking a stronger and stronger hand in public education, in raising our kids. So do I think that for some reason people want everyone to be gay? That's a mischaracterization of what I think. I think that people will use, the people that want to erode away at parental rights, the left, the teachers unions, they'll use LGBTQ or whatever may be the case at the time. Those are just tools to erode away at parental rights.
Devil the teachers, the fucking evil teachers. They're trying to trans your kids in order to destroy families, just like evil fucking teachers would do. God damn it. About time somebody show those teachers what's what. Just good God, folks. Hard to believe this is where they're at. 2023, teachers, librarians, enemies now. Vladimir Putin is the good guy. Just holy God. And yep, they're inhumane, folks. This is what they get off on. They love being trash. Here they are celebrating that a trans person got kicked out of their house by their family for being trans. 14,800 likes, 50,000 likes for this. Based mother and father kick out son after he comes out as trans. Somebody sent the DMs. I'm at JC's. Okay, please answer the phone. I need you to answer. What am I supposed to do? Since you think you could be a girl, figure everything else out on your own, her parents say. I won't have a tranny living in my house. I'm disgusted you've turned out this way. I need my things. Please answer. Dad, answer. Stay away or I'll call the police. I'm trying to call you. Can you at least talk to me? What am I supposed to do? We are so disappointed in you. We have had enough. Leave us alone. What am I supposed to do? Question mark. Answer me. I'm calling you, Dad. We don't want to see you. You are a disgrace. This is your own fault. I literally have nothing. What do you expect me to do? I need at least to get my things. Question mark. Answer. Yeah, super based. It's awesome. Who cares about unconditional love? If your kids do what you don't want them to do, just disown them. And yep, most of the comments are like, based, awesome. Awesome, so cool. But it's fucking nothing but goddamn cruelty. So no wonder you guys celebrate it. Are we the bad guys? Yes, you're the fucking bad guys. All they care about is hurting people. An entire party of spite and hatred. And this is how crazy they've gotten, folks. Now they're posting videos of just black dudes on subways doing nothing but dancing around and vibing, minding their own business and vibing, and posting them as if they're some sort of threat. They're literally trying to get these people killed, hoping, I guess, somebody, some hero will come up behind them and choke them to death. And they've already sent the message that if you do, we will give you $2 million if you just randomly go up and murder these people. So this is Crime in New York City, which is a Twitter feed that's 30,000 subscribers who supposedly just goes out there and posts crime. And I'm going to show you the video. Before I show you the video, here's what they claim the video is. The post says, sure, there's absolutely nothing to worry about. That's why everyone is pretending they don't notice him in order to avoid drawing his attention. So let's see what this violent thug is doing that deserves retaliation. Oh my God, please, somebody quick, sneak up behind him and strangle him to death like a hero would do. We can't have this kind of degradation on the fucking subway. Think of the children, dude, literally just sitting there listening to us Walkman and dancing. But nope. just trying to get folks killed. Why not? This is what conservatives are now. This is where they're at. And man, big, huge disappointment from Moist Critical. Like I said on the last show, I'm not a big fan of popular YouTubers. I'm not all that familiar with them. I did see Moist Critics take down somebody. I don't remember who the fuck it was. I thought he was sort of a decent guy, but it turns out he's sort of a piece of fucking shit. So you guys remember the last show I talked about iDubbbz? iDubbbz came out and apologized for his past videos that he felt was transphobic, homophobic, bullying, punching down, hurting people. He felt bad about it. He felt bad about what he's done, and he's trying to make amends for it and have a redemption arc. He did a great job. Every word he said, I agree with. He did it exactly the right way. He gave a heartfelt apology, a mature apology, a thoughtful apology with a lot of introspection. He looked deep inside of himself, and he tried to do what was right to change. So for some reason, Moist Critical decided to make a video where he kind of shits on iDubbbz and says he doesn't think iDubbbz did the right thing. Super disappointed.
Point is, he wasn't happy with the content he made or the person he was, and now he's trying to apologize for the videos he made. And I, once again, have to completely disagree with the way he looks at it. I feel like his perspective on it is very warped by the way the internet has evolved over the years. The way he talks about this content makes it sound like he used to fucking murder puppies for these videos, which...
It doesn't make it sound like that at all. It makes it sound like he was punching down, he was hurting people, and he felt bad about it and wanted to make amends, which is exactly what he's supposed to do, dude.
It was never that extreme. I very much would consider it edgy. It was 2016 edginess in all of its glory. There was
no glory, folks. The 2016 edginess directly led to Donald Trump becoming president. It had incredibly negative side effects. We know the harm it caused. No, it wasn't just all in fun edginess, dude. What is wrong with you?
Entirely the brand. And for its time, it lived peacefully. You know, all four nations, water, earth, fire, air.
Yes, helping conservatives take and maintain power. So peaceful, so harmless.
Live together in harmony with all this edginess going on. Now, obviously, times have changed, and he has changed. He's gotten older. He's in his 30s now.
Yep.
In your 30s, it's not exactly entertaining to just be spamming slurs for shock humor. I don't find that entertaining, and he doesn't either. So it's totally fine to want to distance yourself from making content like that. But I don't think it was a mistake that he made those videos.
It was.
Like, they're not hurtful, nor do I really think they're damaging.
Of course
Now, you could make an argument that they were hurtful to the people they were about, like the content cop on Tana or Leafy or any of that. You could say, like, you know, he hurt their feelings or sent harassment their way, which may have been a mental burden on them, and you could feel bad about that, I suppose.
I suppose.
But at the end of the day, I don't think the goal of his content was ever to be hurtful or...
Who gives a shit what the goal of his content was? The consequences of his content was what's important. What actually happened is what's important. The path to hell is paved with good intentions.
Damaging, he was just trying to entertain and using edginess as shock humor, which for its time was acceptable online. Now,
yeah, a lot of bullshit that was horrible used to be acceptable. It used to be accepted to be a racist piece of shit. Used to be accepted to bully gay people. We evolved. That doesn't mean it was good because it was accepted at the time. You fucking dipshit.
Whether or not you think that's okay that it was ever acceptable, that's a different argument for a different day.
It's
but
the same argument. You fucking
tool. The point of his content wasn't to be hateful or hurtful.
Who gives a shit?
He really was just trying to entertain. At least that's how I and the majority of people viewed it.
Cool.
So I just don't think that the apology is really warranted. You can explain, like, I just don't like making that content anymore, so I won't. And be like, hey, I even regret making that content because it's kind of cringe now. That's all fine. But to think that it is this huge, massive problem, like you made an unforgivable mistake, is a little weird to me.
He didn't act like he made an unforgivable mistake. He's literally asking for forgiveness and saying he's going to do better. That's not unforgivable. That's doing a redemption arc, motherfucker. Some people actually care about the responsibility that you have when you have a giant platform. Everybody should care about the responsibility you have, but some people don't. Like, you clearly don't give a shit. And nobody who doesn't care about the responsibility should have that platform. You probably shouldn't have your fucking platform because you clearly don't deserve it, but whatever. You do. And you're probably rewarded for your stupid fucking chud-ass take. And the next one hurts me, folks. The next one hurts me. One of my favorite actors died yesterday. Ray Stevenson, man. Fuck, I love me some Ray Stevenson. He's in one of my favorite shows, Rome. And my other favorite show, Black Sails. He's been in so many programs. And I can't believe he's fucking gone, dude. He was only 59 years old. He's only 10 years older than I was. They haven't said how he died yet. I'm hoping it wasn't like suicide or something. But I just can't fucking believe it. Not Ray Stevens, man. Tall, good-looking, awesome fucking dude. Great actor. Just so likable. Man, what a fucking trash world. Sad day. Yeah, Titus Pullo. Can you believe it? Fucking great, man. Charlie Manson's son? I don't believe that's true. He's too tall to be Charles Manson's son. You mean he played Charles Manson's son in a movie? You like Rome? Hell yeah, I've seen Rome 4 or 5 times. Rome was one of my favorite shows of all time. Rome's fucking awesome, and Ray Stevens was awesome. He's definitely going to be missed, dude. He made an impact. And all right, that is my trash world. Hell yeah. Last chance to get your super chats in. We're going to do a very quick slow news week, and then we're going to jump over to the after party with Dusty Smith. So be sure to go ahead and sign up for Patreon now while you still can. Be included with all the cool kids in the after party. And no, not Pullo. I know, right? Wow, so young. Yep. Rome was great. Rome was great. If you guys never seen Rome before, one of the greatest shows of all time. Rome. So hot, Rome. And all right, let's finish this shit out. Hold your ears. It's Slow News Week.
Slow News Week with Dusty Smith.
Yeah. Scared the cat. Lost one of them. Pretty boy didn't give a fuck though. Pretty boy's like, I've heard it. I've heard that all, daddy. Nothing you can do to scare me away. And first up, on Slow News Week, apparently it is the 13-year anniversary of the day that Lazo Henzes paid $267 million for a pizza. Now, of course, he didn't really. He spent 10,000 Bitcoin, which right now is worth $267 million. Wasn't worth that much back then. But people are like, man, I bet he feels horrible. I bet he hates every single day he wakes up and has to think about the fact that he would have had $267 million if he wouldn't have bought 2 pizzas. But that's actually a bullshit way to think about it. People like him had to spend that money on things like pizza so that Bitcoin was taken more seriously as a currency. It's still not a currency at all. But this is how they sold it to the masses and got it to go off the charts with how much it's worth now. So he had to walk before Bitcoin could fly. So he had to do this. So if he would have done this, it would have been worth $267 million now anyways. So hopefully he's not too worried about it. But damn, I know he sure wishes he had that 10,000 Bitcoin back for show. And that on the Slow News Week. This story went super viral, 90,000 upvotes on Reddit about this little girl who has locked-in syndrome, which means she can't say but one word that conveys everything she wants to convey. Guess what that one word is? I bet you can't guess. Let's let her mama tell us all about it.
5 years ago, my daughter Emery had a brainstem stroke. She went from running, talking, dancing, doing all the cute little kid things to being completely quadriplegic and unable to speak. She has what's called locked-in syndrome. So she's there, but she can't communicate and she can't use her body. So we do everything for her. But one thing she can do is she can say one word and she uses that word for everything. So if she wants something, she says that word. If she's hungry, she says that word. If she wants her diaper changed, she says that word. And Emmy, what is that word?
Obama.
Obama! What? Guess she was thinking about Obama when she had her stroke, so made a wrinkle in her brain, got locked into it. Thanks, Obama. And that on the Slow News Week. I covered this story last show. You guys remember this fellow? Instant karma. You'd love to see it. Well, anyway, yeah, he got arrested. And I know this is going to be a complete shock to you guys, but he is a child molester? Yeah. A Newark man yelling out racial slurs towards a black individual at an Oakland freeway earlier this week has been arrested. And he's a convicted child sex offender. Tracy Robert Blackwell, who yelled racial slurs at black women before crashing his Jeep, has been arrested. Yeah, Blackwell is a registered sex offender in California. He was convicted in 2001 for lewd and lascivious acts on a child under 14 years of age, according to California Megan's Law website. So, shock face. Totally shocked. Who would have thought this avowed road-raging racist was a pedo? Everybody. Nobody surprised by that. Conservative MAGA folks. I'm sure he hates gays and trans people because they're grooming children. It's always the way. Where you at, Q? Might want to boycott your own. And last up, want to keep you guys up to date on my advertising campaign I was doing. So yesterday I did a full-on advertising blitz. I ran 40,000 ads at the beginning of popular lefty YouTubers' channels. And you guys might remember when I started doing this last week, my very first attempts, I didn't do very well. How you judge it basically is how much you have to pay per click. And I had to pay $5 per click the first day, which is terrible. I got 5 clicks, costing $25. That's shit. So I refined my campaign. Like I learned, I brainstormed, sat around and thought about how I could make it better. And I evolved my campaign and I got it down to where I got 370 clicks and I only paid 20 cents per click. So I went from $5 per click to 20 cents per click. In 1 week, I figured that shit out. So I did pretty good, I think. Unfortunately, I didn't really see any perceivable bump in my channel. And I don't think advertising in this way is a good way to grow my channel. I wish it was. But, that's life. Like, you have to try things. You have to throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. So I'm moving on to the next thing. Now I know at least, and now I have more marketing experience. So if I want to run another campaign in the future, I know how to get a better click ratio. So it's all good. Live and learn what you're going to do. And now you guys are up to date on it. And hell yeah. All right. Hey, folks, if you leave, please hit the like button before you go. Please share the videos. If you're watching on a repeat instead of live, please leave a comment because that helps the algorithm. Hit the bell. There's a little bell next to the subscribe thing. It helps you be told when my videos come on. All the things, please share it around. I would appreciate it. And also, there's a super thanks. It's where you can send a super chat on shows that you're watching repeat instead of live. You click the super thanks button. You can send me tips. All the things, please do it. Appreciate you. Let's finish up with the super chats. Did you see Shieldhead's take on iDubbbz? I did not see it. Was it a good take or a bad take? I'm assuming it's shoe, so garbage? Why do you keep animals inside? They belong outside. Okay, that's just fucking stupid. You ever try to keep a bunch of fucking cats outside all the time? They get killed and whatnot. And these cats don't want to be fucking outside. Even when the door's open, they don't want to fucking go out there. Ain't nothing for them out there except for death and fleas. Fuck that shit. Ideal Paradox became a member of the Dust Buddies 25 months ago. Hell yeah, 3 times a week. More Dusty for all of you guys. Get psyched. I love you, Dusty. You're such a cool ally. Hey, it's no problem, Daniel Roman. It's very easy to be a decent person. But thank you. And we have more evidence for Bobit's affair with Noodlehead than they had for claiming a stolen election. True. Very true. Thank you for $10 over Musk and 50 from Cole James. My favorite name, Cole James. Thanks, Dusty. Why wouldn't someone want to be woke? Because they're whiny piss babies that are made afraid of their own shadow by the conservatives who use it to scare them into voting against their own best interests. Because you're stupid. That's basically the only reason you would not want to be woke. Kira Lover. Oh, thank you, Cole. That's very generous. I appreciate you very much. Kira Lover, 1972, $5 Dusty. I wear overalls every day, and a good amount of them are unisex. Who cares what people wear? Aren't there more important things to worry about? Not if your whole political playbook is to say the word woke 5 billion times and scare everybody with. Then it works out beautifully. I hope you spend this at Target. There's no Target in this town, but I'll go to the next town and spend it just for you. And that one stuff, $100. What? So goddamn generous. I'm going to take you so serious. Watch me. Watch. I'm going to put this microphone up to my mouth. I was going to use this money to buy a cat and a stereo, but I heard this is a bad idea. It's a very bad idea. I will take your money and I will repair my stereo and I will just make the cats fat and happy. I was so mad at that cat, but you know, that cat literally has no concept of what it did. It didn't know it wasn't supposed to puke there. It's entirely my fucking fault for leaving my stereo out, a place where a cat could puke on it. So, you know what I did? As soon as the cat did it, I took a newspaper and I rolled the newspaper up really tightly and I walked over to the cat and then I smacked myself in the face with the newspaper because it was my fault. And then I pet the cat. So thank you, the one stuff. That is very generous. He wrote to us all. M. Maximus 99, love you. M. Maximus, appreciate it. Mass getting hammered is how some of these Republicans can, yeah, I regret that. All right, cool. Thanks for giving us more Dusty Smith. No problem. I look forward to hanging out with you, Spanky Weasel. You missed the show a couple weeks ago, and I noticed, we all noticed, we're not around, Spanky. Your presence is definitely welcome here. Tristan Kennedy, how is this channel not a billion subscribers yet? I have no fucking idea, dudes. I don't have any clue. This is clearly by far the best, not just left-wing channel out there, the best channel, period, but left-wing, there's no competition. Literally, not a single other person is doing anything even close to this. There are other popular lefty YouTubers like Vosh or like Hassani B, and I'm not saying they don't do a good job, they do. But compared to my show, they're boring. No offense, guys. You're doing great. You're more popular than I am. I'm glad you exist, but it's not as good to me. And I know I would say that I'm biased, but that's the fucking truth. Anyway, what you gonna do? That's life, right? It is possible to play the game perfectly and still lose. That's Star Trek for you nerds. So all you can do is keep pushing forward, keep trying, and whatever happens, happens. That's life. Best show in the history of humankind. I appreciate your honesty. You guys are the real ones. You're absolutely right, Dusty. I mean, I could be fake humble and pretend like I don't believe that's true, but like I do believe I have the best show. Like I watch other shows, I watch what other people do, and then I watch this show back, and like it's not even close to me. But anyway, I am very conceited and horrible, and I apologize for it. And all right, folks, it's time for the after party with Dusty Smith. Ain't no party like a Dusty Smith party, because a Dusty Smith party don't stop. So everybody switch over to the after party right now. Got some fun stuff coming up. If you're not already on my Patreon, there's a link in the description of this video, patreon.com/podcast. Go there, donate whatever you want to, and get access to the after party with Dusty Smith. There's all kinds of cool demon pictures. Yeah, demon parties. I'm scary, y'all. Edgy as fuck. So switch over now. The rest of you guys, I will see you on Wednesday. Hell, be sure, don't forget, tune in Wednesday. 3 shows a week now. More, just for you guys. So I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. Guys, have a good Tuesday. See you on Wednesday. The rest of you, after party right now. I love you all. Just saying, we love you, Bob Hawk. Thanks you for your generous donation. Love the shit out of you guys. See you Wednesday. And as always, till next time, Logic. Fuck yes. All right, we're going to play a little bit of this original song I wrote to play us out with. Good night, y'all. Switch over now. love you, MJ. Thank you, brother. Switch over now. Good night, y'all.